Good evening, everybody, and welcome back once again to the ESFL, the Esports Fight League, live coming to you on another Saturday night. ESFL 105 this evening, and we have two title fights. That's right, count them. For you tonight, we have an Xbox Interim Championship bout, as well as the PlayStation 4 title. It's on the line. It's going down. Hello. Thank you for joining me and these two gentlemen to either side of me. My name's Balian, by the way. And of course, I have Mr. I'm a Boxer and Mr. Bruce Lee Rob here tonight. Let's go to Rob first this week. Rob, how you feeling? How you doing? Are you ready for this stacked card? Two title fights? What are you saying this evening, sir?
I am feeling so good today. As usual, it's Saturday. We got two title fights at the end of this bill and a stack card. A lot of debuters trying to prove themselves here in the Esports Fight League, and I am ready and I am juiced.
Ooh, juiced is a good word to use, sir. Yeah, two fights tonight for the belt or a belt involved. Gonna spoil yourselves silly, and we're gonna hold you in anticipation and show you with the fight card in just a second. But let's go over to Boxer as well. Boxer, another Saturday night, another stacked ESFL card. I mean, come on, sir, how are you feeling this evening?
Yeah, I'm feeling real good today. Anytime that is fight night in the real UFC, we got ESFL fights. This is going to be a great day, a great card. Anytime when you're talking about the champions fighting off between Ziaf and GOAT and then Xbox champions, this is going to be a card that I just want to sit back and watch. It's stacked from top to bottom. Oof. I know we're about to get into the card, so I'm gonna save it until the end. So yeah. Balian, yeah, take it away.
Let's take a look at the card. So in the main event tonight, we have an Xbox Interim Championship fight with DirtyDave taking on AG2 Cuffed, and then before that, the co-main event. But you know, both of these could be a main event. Now moving forward as well, if you want to watch the title fights, they're going to be here on Saturday night. So we have both title fights tonight. As I said, the Xbox One, and there the PlayStation title fight this evening. Ziaf, defending champion, defending against one of the greatest to ever do it, the literal GOAT 1099. Great fight there in the co-main event. And then, like you said, Boxers stacked from top to bottom. We've got some debuters in OG Mud versus Mayhem, Spider versus Game Room. We've got a veteran taking on a relative newcomer there, as well as Sunrise, Quiet, Captain Slack against Utica's T4H's Buck Flair making an appearance tonight against Fado. Dino coming out against Slick. What a matchup that is to kick things off on the main card. And then we have it as well. Suave Jamie making his seasonal debut, I believe, tonight against Ripper. JC21 taking on Hasboys. Absolutely fantastic card. Rob, let's go to you, sir. Anything standing out to you tonight from this stacked card?
Yes, sir. I mean, look at the fight number 2. We have the return of the nasty, deliberate striker, Spider. I mean, he's out there throwing the most creative combinations. I can't wait to see him make his season 2 debut. And then you're moving up the bill. You have the 4 Horsemen representative. That camp is dangerous. Their grappling is on the next level, I hear from my friend over here. I'm a Boxer, Buck Flair. Yeah. Just going wild. And then you got 2 title fights. You got the young Ziaf defending his title against GOAT 1099. Woo! I cannot wait for these fights,
Boxer?
My friend.
Wow. Yeah, hey, Bruce, you took the fights that I was going to point out, man. So, yeah, all of those fights that Rob pointed out are crazy. Anytime you're talking about the 4 Horsemen with, and not Ric Flair, but Buck Flair. Woo! So that's going to be a good fight. But outside of those fights, anytime when you're talking about Dino and then Triple C with Suave Jamie, those are fights that we didn't even mention right now before you even get into the championship fight. So when you want to talk about a stat card, we got it here today, baby.
Yeah, former champions as well as the actual champions competing tonight. So you're in for a treat. Sit back. I hope you got your drinks ready. We're going to kick things off. First fight of the night. 2 new guys making their debut this evening. OG Mud taking on Mayhem. They are ready to go at heavyweight tonight.
Wow. Yeah. So anytime that you talk about these heavyweight fights, you can't make a mistake. John Jones right now, what I see they may be picking up versus Alistair Overeem. Anytime when you talk about John Jones, he has that range. You want to keep your fighter at a distance. What do you know about these fighters, Bruce?
I see that OG Mud and Mayhem, they're both making their ESFL debuts tonight. We got Mayhem. He's listed to have accurate striking and also defensive grappling. So he likes to keep it on the feet and throw some nice pinpoint striking. But he's going against I guess this guy is an Olympic gold medalist boxer, 5th degree BJJ black belt, Division I All-American in real life. Will these skills translate? Here we go. We'll find out right now in our first fight.
Here we go, ready to kick things off. First fight of the night, ESFL 105 Season 2 in full swing. And these two men looking to swing this evening. I love the matchup here, grappler versus striker. Let's see if OG Mud implements any of that. The clinch game for Mayhem with Overeem is, you know, fairly competent as well, so we'll see. But nice feeling out process so far. Good range management from both men. The outside leg kick as G Mud tries to track, and Mayhem decided to put his back against the cage here, Boxer. This is kind of an interesting strategy.
Yeah, what I like now, OG Mud looks like he's moving nicely. He's putting on that pressure, and look at there. Already we see a switch stance there. Don't want to take two, but a big
sniper left straight right down the pipe. Pops OG Mud, and OG Mud throwing those leg kicks, but Mayhem doing a phenomenal job checking him now, landing his own leg kicks, Bailey, and woo, those are vicious.
Yeah, nice check, get to the left hook after it with the free hook. There's a nice clinch right there from OG Mud, pushes him back to the cage again here where he had him before, but he got slipped and hit with that straight left, so gonna have to be careful of it. Send those leg kicks up, now landing his own, catches him with the uppercut as he tries to swing back. Mayhem forced to pivot out, but he's going to the lead hand side. Be careful for that lead hook, and a sneaky head kick firing up the top here as Mayhem tries to pivot back to the inside. Nice leg kick, stopping that turning side kick to the body here, and Mayhem being very tentative, shoots a double leg. It's actually a single, drives him to the cage, going to take the back. Let's see if he gets a little drag down here. Is going to move him forward. Oh, switches to the double leg. Nice defense though from Mud, but he gets the guillotine. Oh, this is tight.
Guillotine, and this is a position to get out of. Right now, OG Mud is putting on a lot of pressure right here, but it looks like they're going to get out of the skate, Bruce.
Yeah, good job by Mayhem staying calm. Got a little weird, little crazy in the middle of that submission sequence, but here we go. A little bit of separation, and both guys throwing a lot of kicks at each other. Front kicks, leg kicks, body kicks, head kicks. They are kicking each other, Bay.
Yeah, definitely both got the range to do that as well. Nice adjustment to the clinch off that kick. Beautiful takedown. Gets defended though, but love the adjustment. Beautiful lead body kick. Goes on another one. Why not double it up? The single leg's out of range there for OG, and Mayhem tries to shoot his own. Both mixing up all the facets of MMA here nicely. The inside leg kick comes off, and that's a big switch kick that misses, but manages to slide back out of range. OG whiffing on the hooks, going to cost him a little bit of stamina there. Beautiful turning side kick to the head, and now comes OG once again with the pressure, but beautiful head movement by Mayhem right there, just completely negating that offensive burst.
Wow, yeah, OG Mud and Mayhem, they both have rocks against each other, and I like how this fight is turning out, but I think OG Mud is doing a little bit more damage. Look at him showing out there, flexing those guns, Bruce, like, what's up, I'm good.
He is feeling good after that spinning kick to the face, and what just happened? I'm not sure. Something happened, and now you see Mayhem on top or OG on the bottom. Interesting stuff. He
caught the kick maybe and went for the trip, it looked like, but doesn't matter. 10 seconds left in this round, back and forth. Finally gets the takedown this time. Gonna approach, but that's gonna be a get up. No stack guard position. They're gonna move to a second. Very back and forth for two men making their debut. I like it.
Yeah, anytime you're making your debut, you know you got a lot of nerves, and both of those guys performed excellent in the first round for their debut, showing you the skill. The fight, I'm surprised that it went even the distance. These guys were throwing a lot of power behind these shots. But one thing you want to watch out for is that leg health there of Mayhem, because OG Mud is doing a real good job with those leg kicks.
Yeah, he really is. And Mayhem did a great job of throwing that nice straight. You saw on the replay. Both guys have had their moments in the fight, but I do think it's OG Mud that did take round number one. We'll see how it plays out in round number two. They touch gloves. Let's go.
Yeah, they're going to touch it up. Very even on the stamina. And again, Mayhem putting his back against the cage. Not sure on the strategy of this big whiff on the question mark kick, but Mayhem's kick as well, bouncing off the block of OG Mud. Going to push nicely into the low leg kick, but doesn't get it. Nice job dodging the switch kick. I love that as well. OG's doing that a few times, using that length of Jones to just sit back out the range. And Mayhem looking to debug on the inside. Nice check on that lead leg. Did take some damage off it as well. Gets the outside one this time, but both men have such good switch stance stats. As long as they can fight from both stances, they should be okay. Nice straight to the body there as he starts to move forward. OG now forcing to back up here. There's a switch kick to the body. OG sits out to the other side. Could have been nasty if he went to the left there, but against the cage. Mayhem on the back this time now. Knees to the leg. I like this. Don't see this every day, but another clean break.
Yeah, and as you talked about that switch stance, John Jones, 99 switch stance, so he can go anywhere. But look, got another choke here. Can he get it? This is a nasty position. It's very tough to get out of this position here, and it looks like
Gets
it's
the
a close
chain
race right now.
He missed
but the
it.
submission, Bruce. Who do you think's gonna pull this out?
Oh, he's got it.
I don't know. He might get it. He's defending nicely, though. Oh, Mayhem barely, narrowly escapes with his life and then pops it straight, pops another one. But, man, OG is threatened with that standing guillotine twice.
Wow.
Mayhem needs to hold that R2 for dear life in those clinched positions. What a fight so far. Whoa!
Oh,
my
crane
goodness.
kick off the lead leg. Caught him
crane.
beautifully. He did get rocked to his leg, though, it looked like as well. That leg click seemed to land. Oh, beautiful power single high crotch slam right there. Going to take side control, big damage. And damage to the stamina of OG as well, but he's in top position. Nice bump straight back to full guard here. Great work by Mayhem. Straight back in this position. Gets the full guard side momentum sweep. Going to take the back sit on the far side. Nice. Don't see that every day. Nice work taking the back here. Immediate transition to the backside from OG Mud. Gives up the position. Look out for the posture up. He might hit that. No, goes to put the second hook in. Gets it in nicely. And now OG Mud with his double back hook position in. This is close. Does a good job stopping the back flat. And rolls on through to half guard. But still, he has Mayhem on top of him. Docking for that Kimura though, Boxer. Oh, this is close.
Yeah, look at there. Yeah, he is putting on the pressure with these submissions, and this is what you want to do. You want to mitigate that pressure going to the ground, but when you go to the ground right here, he's still applying the pressure with these submissions, but it looks like it's going to be an escape, Rob.
I don't know. He keeps missing all those chains as well. Sorry to interrupt, Rob, but he keeps missing them, right?
Yeah, and like also Mayhem is really doing good with his defense. A little bit of a panic sometimes, but overall he's really defending himself. And those two guillotines in that Kimura, I mean, OG on the assault in these. Oh, but right now he's getting assaulted. Big shot, slips it straight and turns it in full mount Bailey in dominant
Only 10
position.
seconds left. Going to attack with the armbar, but yeah, no way he can finish it. But again, getting some of the feeling out process. I like Mayhem's like, no, I'm not even going to give you any opportunity to try and get a handle on my defense. I'm just going to let you attack it. I'm just going to wait right there, you know? I'm not going to let you try and figure me out.
Yeah, maybe Mayhem let his hands go there in that position because he knew it was no time really for retaliation. So that was a good job there, trying to go for all of the damage that he got. But this shows you why you got to be good in all facets of the game, because Mayhem is able to get out of all types of bad situations in the submission. So he's doing a good job here, but I still got to give it to OG Mud, man. He's putting on a lot of pressure. Round 3. Let's see what happens, Rob.
Yeah, I think maybe we might be in a 1-1 situation. You know, Mayhem really threw that flying crane kick. Rock John Jones defended those submissions and landed some good punches we saw in the replay in the clinch defensive striking. That works. Oh, watch out. Misses that head kick. Vulnerable. Nice body kick by Mayhem. And OG kind of letting it fly right now. Little stamina disadvantage. Tries to get the clinch, but unable to.
Nice pivot, though, and look back to the cage. OG pushing him in now. Oh, goes for that guillotine one more time. Gonna walk him to the cage. Let's see if he gets the chain this time. Definitely getting a handle on the opponent's submission defense style here. Now still wrapping around. Gets the chain. He's gonna get it this time. Gonna lock it in, I'm sure. Though counter, he missed the counter window as well into the side control von Flew. And there's the tap. Great fight. Great fight.
Yeah, that was a great fight. Great submission defense, but I mean, the third time is a charm in this case. You can't keep getting in those situations. And to everybody out there, we know if you want to defend that, you just want to hold R2, not to get in those positions. That is one of the toughest chokes to get out of. But great job from Mayhem to survive that long. It's not often that you see a heavyweight fight go to round 3, but that's what we got here. First fight, man, we saw a lot of fireworks here, Rob.
Yeah, very, very true. A very back and forth engagement between these two, high level players making their debut, facing the bright lights of the ESFL, but, performing really well. Mayhem saw that submission, the guillotine choke 3 times and just was unable to make that read and hold R2. I'm pretty sure he knows how to defend it, but when you're in there and you have all those options from the clinch from a John Jones player to throw you, strike you, and submit you, sometimes it could be a little tough, and that just shows how confident my man OG is in his submission game, locking that in 3 times and finally getting the finish, chinning it up and locking it down like a high school girl's locker.
Okay. Yeah, man, like you said, it was one thing to be caught in that position, but when it happens 3 times, at that point, when that single collar clinch comes out, you got to start worrying about it, start trying to make the adjustment to defend it, because worst case scenario, you're going to eat one knee to the body in that situation.
Right.
So you got to get on that right trigger and stop that, especially if your opponent is hunting it. Not only that, all the submissions throughout the fight, maybe he felt confident enough in his defense to get out of it, but there you go. Continuous use of the guillotine. Not spam, I would say. 1 per round. That's not spam in my book. That's a dangerous technique to have in your arsenal. And especially if you're doing it a lot, you expect your opponent to make the read to it. But nonetheless, congratulations right there to the OG Nelly. OG Knee. I've forgotten his name. G? Does G?
OMG.
Too many. Congratulations on an ESFL debut. Well done. And a great fight as well. Great 3-rounder heavyweight. Lots of MMA shown in that one. We will now be moving to the flyweight division for a veteran competitor in the Spider, looking to take on Game Room tonight. Should be a great matchup. If it's at flyweight, it's going to be fast and fun. Rob, what do you know about these two for the people at home?
Well, we don't know too much about our boy Danny here. I'm sure there's some people out there that do, but what we have listed here is he is making his season 2 debut, strong ground game, solid, and improving his striking. And he's always looking for that knockout finish or a submission finish. But he's facing against a very notorious player that a lot of people know. And if you don't know, let me tell you about him. Spider, elite striker, so creative in his approach to the game. And he throws the most beautiful things out there that that is unexpected. He is lethal. Highlight machine is on his profile here, and he is a very decorated striker. Spider is the favorite in my opinion here tonight, boys. Boxer, what are we thinking?
Yeah, man, Spider has elite feints. These strikes come out at all type of positions, all type of angles. You'll see some things here in this matchup that you typically do not see. Now, when you're talking about picking up TJ Dillashaw, marathoner, crazy legs, so you got to watch out because he consumes less stamina while he's moving. TJ Dillashaw is going to have a stamina advantage, but Spider has to be careful with those feints as they drain stamina. So it's going to be interesting to see how he can manage his stamina and still do his style of fighting. A lot of respect here, baby.
This is a debut for both guys. The start of season 2, they both want to come out and look good. So yeah, whenever you're against the Spider, you got to be careful because you do not know what's coming, especially with that Figueiredo pick. Lots of power, lots of damage coming out in Game Room. Looking to just walk him down slowly with the jab. Move forward. There's a nice knee to the body as Spider tries to land the 3-2-3. And trying to split the timing of Game Room as he steps in right now, but looking to be nice and passive. Will have a little bit of a stamina disadvantage, but it's only a 3-round fight, so we'll see how that plays into things for Spider. But Game Room being very methodical, 1-2s, nice teep kicks, and really working the body early right now.
Yeah, right now, Game Room is doing what you want to be doing right now. Getting that stamina as low as possible. He's touching that body. He's throwing combinations only when he's in range. And this doesn't look good early for Spider, but don't count him out yet, Bruce.
Most definitely. A Game Room using TJ Dillashaw, I mean, as punches are so accurate and powerful. He's so hard to deal with on the feet, but the Spider is possessing Figueiredo with some serious, I think, 97 power and the ability to throw really fast and powerful switch body kicks and head kicks. So we'll see how Spider utilizes those. We know how good he is with those, but so far so good for Game Room, opening up round number 1. Nice teep as well.
Oh, nice knee to the head. I mean, I like what Spider's doing. He's being very patient. He's looking for his opportunities. He can't match the output of Game Room anyway, so you can tell he's definitely looking for the home for those shots. Nice job with the 4-piece coming back to the body at the end with the lead hook as well. So Game Room is landing, but Spider's being patient. This is what he has to do. Nice kick catch to the body right there. Comes back in with the lead hook, and he doesn't need to match him. He does have more power, but that body kick from Game Room is finding a home continuously. Spider will have to adjust to that.
Yes, definitely, because you can see the stamina right now on the Spider is pretty low for the first round. And whenever he switches stance, it's only at 88, so he loses power when he switches with Figueiredo. And right now, if you TJ Dillashaw, you're looking pretty good right now, dude.
Oh, no doubt. Game Room is just clipping Spider with a lot of hooks and a lot of combos to the body. You see the redness on the belly of the Spider, those body kicks, those lead jabs, and to the jab lead body hooks are really nice. And Spider's still trying to figure himself out. Lands a couple good shots there, though.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, Spider can definitely give up the first round if he feels like it's going to help him make reads on his opponent. And already, Game Room's offensive pace has started to slow. It's just a question of whether he can keep landing those body kicks and keep chipping away at Spider here, who's gone southpaw now. The switch stance stat on Figueiredo is not amazing. But for careful. Spider, it's just going to help him set up different avenues and angles for his attack. Whiffs on the uppercut, that's not good. And then eats a teep as well. That's the kind of stuff that's really going to start to set a difference in that stamina. But with players as good as this, nice dip, but that knee is absolutely amazing from Game Room. It's catching him to the body when he advances for extra damage. Oh, we haven't seen that yet. There it is. Rear uppercut right there. Beautiful job. Double knees to follow up. Oh, close first round though, Boxer.
Wow, yeah, what I see from Game Room, he's doing everything that he has to do to make all the right reads. He has a beat on when to strike the body. He knew when Spider was going to duck to land that rear uppercut there. Spider now is where he wants to switch up and be creative here if he wants to come back, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, right there. Just clean, fast 2-punch, 3-punch combinations. Lead hook by Game Room going to the body. Spider trying to find his range and land these powerful shots that Figueiredo can land. But these teeth are just beautiful. And that knee's coming, Bailey.
Yeah, that knee and that teep is real good work for Game Room. And he's keeping it solid. Just short boxing combinations. That teep is coming out non-stop. And Spider has to start covering his body. He's caught a few of them, but it doesn't help. Ooh. And Spider's planting his feet on the inside, trying to rip these shots. And that's where Game Room's trying to kind of catch him. Whenever Spider plants, he's just eating all these counter shots here. Again, it sits and rips, gets a lead hook to the body, but it's pretty tough. Ooh. Right here, trying to bait him in as well. Jab into that teep kick one more time for Spider. Steps in with a lead hook straight, but Game Room's right there, ready to answer. Nice slip on the inside, covers up nicely, but he just can't catch him as Game Room slides out beautifully. There's a 3-piece combo as he exits there as well. 2 catches him, lead up to the body, but a right hand drops him big time. And here he goes with ground and pound, looking for the finish right here on Spider. It could be done. And there it is.
Wow. Oh, what a performance here by Game Room, showing you just how dangerous that TJ Dillashaw pickup is. I mean, his game was on point tonight, facing a very dangerous striker with Spider, who never really could just get comfortable. Game Room really showing you, man, you got to start putting some respect on my name with that huge right hand there coming from TJ Dillashaw, bro. Wow.
Most definitely. I mean, you hit it right on the head. He didn't let Spider get into his game. He never let him get into his rhythm. I mean, he was on the gas pedal, throwing beautiful combinations, mixing his leg kicks, throwing that knee out there whenever, Spider was dipping down, and Spider really not using any kicks at all, just really relying on his hands and really not able to open up the way we always see him do. And that just is dedicated to the fact that Game Room was just on point all night tonight, Bailey. Just beautiful performance.
Yeah, it was really just like basics. It was nice to see. He just let Spider come to him, jab straights, lead hook when he needed to, but it was the teep up the middle, the knee up the middle, and the roundhouse. Just all from that rear leg, just consistent chop, picked him apart, caught him while he was standing still, used the footwork to slide out of range of the counter shots, just picked him apart, nice and methodical. And it was kind of strange to see, because Spider looked to be waiting early on, but then as the fight started to get away from him, he got a little bit more desperate, which just played into the hands of Danny there even more. So congratulations to Danny. Gets a big win at the start of season 2 here against a veteran in Spider, and did it on the feet as well, which is not always an easy thing to do against a striker of that caliber, of course. But let's move straight on to the next fight tonight. We have Quiet taking on Sunrise. Good matchup here at lightweight. Rob, I know you know a little bit about these two, so maybe you can help the people at home understand if they don't know.
Yeah, no problem, Bailey. We got unrated Sunrise making his season 2 debut as well. Good head movement, good ground game. He loves being the underdog. And he is going to be the underdog tonight against 19th ranked Quiet. He is 0-1, yet to taste victory in the ESFL, but he does have some experience in there. He strikes to set up his grappling. He pressures with great head movement, and he also is no slouch in the wrestling department. So this should be a great opportunity here for Sunrise to show what he's got against a seasoned opponent in Quiet Boxer.
Yeah, both of these fighters, not sure what they're doing right now. Looks like they could be playing a little bit of head games right now. Or really, they're not. Wow, Clean Quita versus Diego Sanchez. I really respect these guys using fighters that we rarely see. But if you want to talk about Clay Guida, workhorse, he uses less stamina when grappling on the ground. So if Quiet is a great grappler, he's definitely picking a great fighter to match his skills. Also, higher altitude perk. If you go to distance with Clay Guida, you're going to be in for a long night here. So round one, Balium. Let's see what happens.
I love this matchup. Such a great fight historically as well. What if there's a meet in the middle and just start swinging like they did in real life? That would be so good. I like the southpaw from Sunrise, though. He might be looking to use that. Little Diego Sanchez sits there, but that was a beautiful stuff on the takedown. Left him with low stamina and punished him with 2 big shots to the body. Already trying to roll underneath and land that double leg just out of range. Both men just piercing through with the 1-2s, crashing into grappling range there, but Sunrise gets his revenge. Frames off, though. No strikes. Just decides to back out, and it's the 3 after that 2-piece that catches him clean on the chin. Now going toe-to-toe, just mixing up the boxing combinations here, firing him off. Quiet doing a bit more pressuring as Sunrise sits down. There's a nice level change into the body lock, but breaks again. Ooh, they're just trading.
Oh my goodness. Knockdown here by Sunrise, really pouring on the pressure. I like what I'm seeing from Sunrise. You're seeing a full complement of his game. He's doing a lot on the stand-up. He's changing levels. He's already got a knockdown. I mean, he's all over the place, Bruce.
Yeah, he really is, Boxer, and I'm really loving the way that he's utilizing Diego, letting them hands fly, using that jab, lead hook, and that uppercut earlier. I mean, huge rock and a knockdown early for Sunrise. Good moment. And did Clay Guida get an update since his last performance? Has he always been a 4-star?
I think he has always been a 4-star, maybe just because his grappling is so high, as well as his health as well. Beautiful hip toss, though, right into that beautiful side saddle position, roll straight to the back. Look out for the back mount right here. And we know Sanchez has some great grappling perks himself as well. Now in full mount is Sunrise. Oh, sorry, half guard's going to look to try and control here, maybe. Doesn't seem to be trying to rush to posture up, do any damage. Gets a posture up there. Body, head. Back to the body right there. And a nice recontrol. Let's see if there's a sweep coming out. Gets a full guard sweep, but the posture up will beat him to it. Quiet's going to have to remember that for next time. Next time he gets that grappling advantage with that full guard transition. Foot on the hip fake. Nice job. See if he can work anything else here. No, denied this time.
Ooh.
Yeah, right now, Sunrise seems like he's doing a lot of control here, and that's what you want to do. He has a knockdown already. He's doing a lot of transition denials, and this right here is not good. If you're Clay Guida staying here on the bottom, you want to be able to get up. So Quiet is going to have to find a way back to his feet or get a reversal boost.
Yeah, he really does, because from the beginning of this fight, it seems like Sunrise has been more comfortable letting his hands fly, landing the bigger shots, and now he's in side saddle, a dominant position, getting those transitions, and really just controlling Quiet in all aspects of this fight with Diego Sanchez. I mean, that's just very impressive, Bay.
Yeah, I mean, Sunrise is doing a fantastic job. Obviously, Sanchez does have good grappling stats from the top and from the bottom as well. I believe he has a rubber guard. It was a beautiful straight left animation that Sanchez has as well. I don't know what animation level it is, but his straight left is really sneaky and long. And he was cracking him with that on the feet as well. So you've got to give that first round to Sunrise. Love this, the trades going backwards and forth. The grapple advantage canceling each other out there towards the end of the first.
Yeah, when you talk about the wrestling stats of Diego Sanchez, not that great on the bottom with an 87, but on the top with a 92. So if you're Diego Sanchez, you definitely want to control on the top. And that's exactly what we've seen. And these are some major highlights here that we're seeing. It's showing a lot of respect here. But wow, look at there, catching him with that rear uppercut there on the way down. Bruce, this is a huge highlight here.
Yeah, I wonder what Quiet was thinking when he ate that hook and then on the way down ate that Diego Sanchez uppercut bomb from hell. But here we go, round number 2. Obviously, Sunrise took that round. Here comes the shot, single leg, no, denied. Sunrise showing he's got takedown defense and then takes him down himself, jumps down, bang! Was that an elbow?
Wow.
That's what you want right there. No up kick attempt from Quiet, and we're right back where we were. I mean, as soon as he got him on his back, Quiet did not get a sweep. He did not get up, so you can expect maybe a full round of control here, unless he can set something up. Now, the problem Quiet's doing is he's going straight for that full guard transition. He's not using any fakes. He needs to try the foot on the hip fake, the right-hand side, back sit fake or something. He's just constantly going for that full guard sweep. There's a foot on the hip fake right there, using strikes to try and set something up. Now he gets the full guard bump. Now he has to block the posture up, and there we go. And doesn't get the armbar, but there's some evolution right there, and he's getting wise to the ground game. Nice deny. Keeps trying to look that armbar in Boxer, but unsuccessful.
Yeah, this is where you want to be. Clay Guida only an 83 on the bottom. So right now you're looking at a 92 top game going against an 83. So this is where he has his biggest advantage here if you're Sunrise. But landed some huge
big shot!
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
Buster Bailey. I mean, he had the stamina disadvantage, and he was just eating big, huge, dangerous bombs from Diego Sanchez. And you could just tell, you know, Sunrise is in control. Key denial again, straight down the pipe.
Wow.
Blue City. Big shots.
Oh,
it could be it, but no,
my God.
Some way. The chin. What's the chin stat on Clay Guida, boxer?
I don't even know, man.
Chin stat on Clay is a 93. He has a chin, so he's going to be in there to the end right now. But wow, that's some major damage. And if that fight goes to the feet, again, you know you're going to probably see some quick rocks, but he may not get to the feet here. I mean, this is a tough situation when you got someone that's a 92 on top and he's heavy right now.
Gonna bump back to half guard nicely, though. Going to try and find a way back to the feet. Like we said, could be a full round of control. Exactly what we're seeing now. 1 minute 40 short shots from the top to build the GA. Nice deny on the full guard transition. And what we're seeing from Quiet here is not just the, you know, the negative stat difference in that bottom control, but he's just not doing a good job setting up his transitional fakes to allow him space. He needs to throw off the timing of Sunrise, get unpredictable, try and hit the sprawl right there. He gets it, but knowing Sunrise, instant deny. I mean, that's just something people are just on the money with now. You can't really go straight for that these days. You got to look to set it up, and he even blocked the half guard. You do not see that every day. This is great control from the top from Sunrise. He is definitely out grappling Quiet here, a man who came in as a highly touted grappler, and now he's going to look to lock in a nice anaconda choke, going in with it. There's maybe even the DAS right here, but he's got his wrist locked. Now going to follow him round to the far left-hand side. He is on top of him here. He's going back and forth, but he's not changing up the timing. It's just all the way to the right, then switches a nice double direction change right there from Quiet, but it's not enough. 10 seconds left. He should just sneak out of it. I don't think he's gonna finish it. What a second round, though.
Wow, yeah, that was I really like that move for going in for that submission when your back is against the cage as you're at a grapple disadvantage, and to end the round on top like that. Right now, if you're Quiet, you need to keep this fight standing. You need a knockout to win, bro.
Yeah, and how does that play into your mental game? Because you've just been dominated for 2 rounds. Uppercut straight. I mean, Sunrise. He catches him on the way in with the big uppercut. Now trying to put in the nail in the coffin. Big shots, Bailey, and big shots.
Who manages to survive? I mean, this is exactly the same as the second round. It got dropped in the opening, and then Sunrise just controlled. He's going to let him up. Doesn't want to do it. Wants to put on the show for the fans, and Quiet just not setting up his takedowns there, you know, just diving in. That's a much better, you know, entry there, and gets it beautifully, smoothly done. But he got swept from this position last time. Gonna have to be careful.
All right, here, Quiet now is on the position that he wanted to get in because he's been going for the takedown and he's gotten it. If you're Sunrise here, I'm not sure why he got up. He may want it to really like show out, but you never know what's going to happen in this game, so you got to be careful. But look, Sunrise talented enough to get back to his feet, and let's see what he has here. He wants the knockout here, Bruce.
He most definitely does. I mean, Diego's throwing some good hands. Another nice takedown there by Quiet. 3 minutes to work, and he needs something here. But wow, you can just tell Sunrise is just ahead of him in the grappling department. Right here, takes the back, dominant position,
well set up,
top mount. I mean, what's he gonna choose, Balian?
I mean, Sunrise is just being very, very smooth with his transitions here, and Quiet is just baiting on all his fakes and just put himself in a bad situation. Went straight for the transition, which is probably something he shouldn't have done, especially given how good Sunrise is. But of course, he knows he's losing the fight, so maybe he wanted to set something up. Beats him to the chain, which is nice. Either that or Sunrise doesn't want to chain into the armbar, wants to finish it from here. And it looks like he will do so. Locking in a choke. Season 2.
Yeah, wow.
Another win for Sunrise right there. Beautiful, beautiful performers.
Yeah, that was a good job there all around there by Sunrise. Had the advantage on both the feet and on the ground. That was a great job, though, by Quiet to make it to the 3rd round. But right there in that back sitting situation, that is one of the toughest situations to get choked from, with that rear naked choke. That's a very strong choke, one of the strongest chokes in the game. And if you're in that position, you definitely, like you said, Bailey, you want to get some type of grapple advantage before you just transition. You know, because Sunrise, he was just very sharp at the top of his game tonight, and he was on all of those transitions. And when you get one block, you get your stamina down. It's a pretty tough choke to get out of there, Bruce.
Yeah, no doubt, Boxer. And I think we got a hot prospect coming in here.
Uh-oh.
Sunrise, I mean, making his debut against Quiet taking his second loss. But Sunrise with a half-star disadvantage in his fighter, Diego Sanchez, 3.5. I mean, not too much of a disadvantage, but it's got to be noted. And just to dominate in that way in every aspect of the fight, I mean, his striking looked vicious. His grappling looked on point, and his decision-making and his sub-minigame prowess was on point, boys. I mean, I can't wait to see him fight again later on in the season. Sunrise, baby. It's getting bright out here.
Great performance. I don't know if you guys have seen chat. I just popped in there. It's all just calmed down tonight. Some toxicity been thrown around, boys. You guys are going to fight each other. Let the fighting do the talking, please, God, or take it to Discord or something. Let's have some fun tonight. Got ESFL, and then we've got the UFC fights after it. 2 title fights tonight. Let's take another look at the card. If you weren't here at the start to see it, Ziaf will be fighting GOAT for the PlayStation 4 belt, looking to defend tonight. And DirrtyDave taking on AG Cuffed in an interim fight. We just had Sunrise versus Quiet. Got 2 more cards on this prelim. Captain Slack taking on Utica next, as well as TH4's Buck Flair representing tonight, taking on Fadenator. Bunch of good fights still to come. Let's keep it civil. Let's keep it friendly. We like the trash talk, but I don't want to ban you people, because we will. Okay, all right. Doesn't matter. It's all fun and games. All right, moving. Open the hammer. We'll crush. I can still ban. I'm paying attention. Don't think I can't commentate and run the stream and ban you boys at the same time. All right, let's go.
At the same time.
At the same time. All right, right. We're going to be moving on now to featherweight. Captain Slack, like we said, taking on White ES. It should be a good matchup. Always fun at featherweight. Fingers and thumbs will fly. Rob, what do we know about these 2 competitors?
Well, we know that both. All right, we got Utica making his ESFL debut, and he's got good ground game. He's never competed in the ESFL before, apparently. All-around fighter, loves the submission, so he's going to look to attack the ground game, lock up a choke, lock up a joint sub, and finish the fight in that fashion. But he's going against Captain Slack, Season 2 debut. So both these guys facing that mental test. Can they do it under the bright lights of the ESFL? Good adjustments, well-rounded, and good combos. So Captain Slack might be a striker. So we might have the classic striker versus grappler approach here, boys.
Yeah, definitely. This is one of those classic matchups that we like to see. When you look at Max Holloway, we call him now 5-star Max. When you get in here against Max Holloway now, up under this meta where the game is right now, you can't play around. So I like this nice Spartan name, Utica. It reminds me of, and if you're Utica, you need to get this fight down to the ground quick, fast, in a hurry, because this 5-star Max does not play when he's throwing that leather. Round 1, Balian.
Yeah, round 1, the good points right there. And there we go. Low single straight away. Nice job by Slack defending it straight back on the offense as well. But, you know, yes, or Utica, he just needs to kind of corral the pressure, I feel. There's a beautiful double leg. I mean, that was absolutely fantastic. Caught him straight slipping as well. Last thing he expected, I'm sure, to reshoot on that takedown, but you got to slow Max down. You got to let him punch himself out a bit. He doesn't hit too hard, so as long as you're not in there trading with him and burning your own stamina, it can be done. But beautiful switch straight into the side saddle right here, and this is bad immediately for Utica, who worked so hard for that takedown.
Yeah, even though Utica's got this takedown, this is still where you want to be, because he's looking to get on the guard. You can't give up this knee on belly here, but even still, you've taken a little bit of that zing off of Max, because look at his stamina already, and this is all you need. But he's still going to be strong. But this is a good game plan, Bruce, here, taking Max down and wearing on that stamina. Look at that, doing a good job there. Already got Max at a stamina disadvantage.
Yeah, right. He really is sapping a lot of that stamina right now. Doing a great job on top and in a nice down position, lands a little body shot, faking left and right. That's a good way to, you know, not get transition on. And that now Max trying to get up. What is Ortega doing? He's gonna drag him right back down. Beautiful. Now he has the bag, boys. This is where that dangerous rear naked choke could be implemented. Bailey, and take it away.
We go straight to the backside position now. Obviously doesn't want any of that. He got the get up relatively easy last time, but here comes the back hook this time. I was going to say, oh, beautiful job maintaining the back. That's just a mid-transition reversal almost when you go as your opponent goes. But yeah, interesting from YES though, or Yes to Vez. It's Vez, not a Y. To not hold that sprawl position and work the body. That's a great way to sap your opponent's stamina, but it looks like he wants to hunt from here. The backside denied, and now it looks like Utica is slowing the pace down a little bit, taking away those quick transitions that Captain managed to nail earlier on with that reversal. Now going to work from half guard, probably one of the more dominant positions of the fight. Now passing to side control though, so he's still advancing, still looking to set things up, but this makes him work, doesn't it, Boxer?
Yeah, this is very good. When you're fighting these 5-star maxes here, and if you're Captain Slack, I mean, this is, you want to get the fight up to the ground now.
Oh no! Oh dear, he needs to get out of there.
You cannot play around with Max on the feet. He's 5-star Max, and look at there. This is what you do, but right back to the ground if you're Utica. I'm not sure how the judges are going to look at that. You get up, you land a huge strike, but you've been getting dominated all round on the feet. I'm not sure which way the judge is going to call it, Bruce.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. Captain Slack, though, whenever he gets onto the feet, he just starts letting his punches fly. And there we go. Good job grabbing that leg, getting that side control, and he's looking to stand right back up. But wow, boys, look at that stamina. I mean, what is Ortega's stamina looking like right now? He dumped so much stamina there.
I don't think it matters because, you know, he's not going to be the one trying to initiate offense on the feet, and really on the ground, low stamina it's detrimental, but nowhere near as it is on the feet. You really start to slow down as the fight goes on because of that. So I don't think he cares how low his own stamina is, as long as he's got Captain Slacks down and can slow him down a bit. But he can't just be diving on takedowns like that. He has to set them up. He has to mix things up. Here's that guillotine. I don't know if he'll get him to the cage here. Oh wow, he's going to walk him all the way and sit into him. Blimey. This is pretty tough here. Let's see if he pulls guard on it. I don't think he'll be able to get it. It goes up so quickly when you touch on that bar. Wow. Good job by Slack. Very low on the stamina though. So he's going to get walked down again if he can't find a way out of there.
Yeah, we may not can say that's OP anymore. I mean, we've seen a lot of people get out of that position right here, but here again, if you're Utica, you're doing a great job by still implementing your game plan. And yeah, not as much on the feet when it comes down to that stamina, but just so you can take that zest and that zing off of Max Holloway when he do get back to the feet. This is what you want. And now Captain Slack say, hey, you know, if this fight has to be on the ground,
gonna roll for the knee bar.
Another submission coming out of nowhere, knee bar, Bruce.
He lets it go, but yeah, he's just tricky, attacking from all angles. And Captain Slack now postured up, gonna land some ground and pound. Nice one to the chin, and still, you know, he's maintaining control, and his ability to handle himself on the ground has been the reason why he has not been defeated yet, because Utica is relentless with his takedown pursuit and his submission attacking game. And there goes the back sitting. Is he gonna rear naked choke Utica right here?
Max does have very high chokes as well. I mean, at this point in the fight, it's going to be very hard for the captain to finish Utica because he's not taking that much damage. Brian Ortega has recharger and a big chin stat, so I really don't think Captain Slack could actually finish him with strikes unless, of course, Utica gets himself in a bad position or, you know, gets rocked or jumps into a strike as before. So he's going to try and implement some grappling and control because he probably feels like he can't get it done on the feet. So why not try and out grapple the man who's initiating this? Nice job working back to his feet here, or his knees, I should say, from that back flat position. But this is damage coming in. He's going to have to find a way to roll to that half guard.
Nice shots.
Yeah, good work from the top boxer. I know you love this position.
Yeah, this is a great position here where you can finish off your opponent. And one thing I like, if you're Captain Slack, even though we know your plan A was on your feet, you have to come in with a plan B. And I see where he implemented right now. He could be getting the job done. And like you said, Balian, 91 submission offense there by Max Holloway. So he's no slouch on the ground when it comes down to that position. And I like to see that he turned the tides here. And this is a surprising turn of events because you didn't think that you would see this from Max Holloway. Not sure why he got up there, but look at here. He's on the feet now where he should be comfortable, Bruce.
Yeah, now he's attacking Captain grabs. Again. Yeah, Utica with that guillotine, standing guillotine attack. And this time there's no stamina, but also no time left.
No time.
And he might be able to finish it. It's a fast building. It's fast building. I'm telling you.
No way. Yo, what I was gonna say, Boxer, to add on your point, the key to that second round was he didn't try to get to his feet. He embraced the ground game. He knew, he's going to keep trying to take me down, so I'm going to do some damage here. And that was huge right there for Captain Slack to flatten him out and do incredible ground and pound damage. And now here we go, round number 3. What a fight.
No touch. Yeah,
like I'm here to work.
I mean, Uticus is definitely implementing a very annoying style to fight, right? He's just constantly shooting for takedowns, constantly getting the clinch. So, I'm sure Captain Slack is not happy with how this fight is going and the way he's being forced to fight here, especially on a big stage. I'm sure he wants to have a fight, show what he's made of, but he's being forced into these grappling exchanges. That being said, like you said, Rob, he's doing a great job, but look out for that knee bar one more time. He's going to roll to full guard this time instead. He does have that triangle choke to be careful of. 5 stars, don't want to get caught in it. Slack needs to be very careful. Nice posture up. Wise he gets back to the feet. Ooh.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime you're in that guard, Brian Ortega, you have to be careful because one transition denial will leave you in a bad position. So that's why he's up. But yeah, now he's on the defense there, not letting him get that choke, but then back to the ground there by Uticus. And we're getting here late into this fight here, and Uticus has been able to keep Max on the ground pretty much the whole fight, bro.
Yeah, he has, but right there, Captain Slack has the prowess on the ground. I mean, he's got that cheeky little back take, and that's huge. I mean, he could stand up from here, he could choke, he stays on the backside, he could posture up, and he's gonna go to the back sit again. A great position to do some real damage, and he's doing a good job on the ground with Max Holloway, maintaining control.
Yeah, he is. And, these takedowns, I mean, Ortega does not have a very high takedown stat. He really doesn't. So you got to give it to Yida because I know he's kind of only looking to grapple, but his actual shots and his entries, he's setting them up very well. And he's mixing his head movement into them. And he's getting the takedowns. You got to give him props for that. But yeah, definitely. See if Captain Slack can do something this round, because I feel like he lost the first one. Maybe it was close. He got that rock, like you said. So it's all to play for in this third round, in my opinion.
Beautiful flick.
Yeah, only an 88 takedown offense there for Brian Ortega. So he's getting these takedowns. But look at here. On top here, raining bombs. He wasn't able to do it, and he decides to let this position up. Maybe he thinks that he's losing in the eyes of the judges here. He's up back on the feet, but look at there. Nice denial there for that take for that tip, but then back to the ground there with Brian Ortega. And man, the judges may look at how many takedowns that have been happening here by Uticus, Rob.
Oh,
yeah,
this
maybe
is bad.
A mistake by Captain to let him up every time, and maybe just
this is
maintain
bad.
Control. And there we go.
Yeah,
no stamina. Uticus locking in the choke.
Oh,
but it looks like he's going to be able to get out of there. He's moving nicely. Staying away from him.
Oh, he's getting big on the bar. Yeah, you're right there.
That's going to score, right? That's going to score.
That is going to score. You're right. He could have finished the fight there. He had time as well, right? He got the deny. I don't know if he'll look for it again. He probably will. Didn't. Oh, he goes straight for the get up. This time, not going to get it. This would be the end of the fight, I am sure, right here. Actually, no. Utica's not getting anywhere near him. Check the fight stats at the end. I don't know, man. Wow. I don't know.
This is going to be an interesting decision here. I'm going to have to give it to Uticus. I know Captain Slack had his moments, but just the overall fight, the whole fight, I think Uticus had the control. But great plan B. I mean, this is what a lot of people need to see. Like, you don't have to just stick. Oh, they didn't let the judges call. Let's see what happens.
Captain Slack.
Oh my goodness.
Gets the win.
Oh
Captain Slack.
Talk to me. When did that happen? I've been commentating. I didn't see it.
Round number 2. Number 2, I mean, when he took his back and just ground and pound him, that was a lot of damage. And I would have liked to have seen him do more of that in round number 3, maintain that top control position instead of standing up, because that Uticus was just going to try to take you down. So I don't know, Bailey. Where did you see him winning that fight?
Probably the first round he must have snuck away with as well, despite that ground control. I'm sure that rock helped him. I mean, the third round, he landed big shots as well, but I don't know if we can see the first round, right? Round 3, here we go. So you got to give that one to Uticus. Wow. He kind of ran away with it. Round 2 could have been a 10-8 round, but it doesn't
Wow,
matter.
look,
Round
yeah.
one.
Oh, the
Look at
ton.
round one.
Bro,
I think
what,
round two might have been a
ton?
10-8.
Round one was very. It doesn't. If it was a 10-8, it would have been a draw. I guess round one was
Right,
pretty
right,
close,
right.
apart from the takedowns. Like significant strikes and total
Wow.
strikes aren't that far apart. He did get the stun, which must have scored big. So
Really?
yeah, tough fight.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a tough fight. These are the ones that hurt the most. It to me, I'd rather lose to someone that just is a buzzsaw and just runs through me. But some of these fights where it's like, you know, the judges really, these are the ones where you tweet everybody and say, hey, look what happened here. How can they do this? And people just like, and then
Yeah.
somebody will point out, hey, you see that you got stunned. It's just like, come on. So yeah, man, that's a tough one to
True.
take if you're Uticus. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just come back stronger. It's like, what else can you do against Max? You got to take him down. You got your takedowns. You got your control time. You didn't even get hurt really that much. You had one bad round. You lost the fight. But great job by Captain Slack. Give it up to him. You know, his plan A didn't work. He went to plan B, implemented it, was successful, came away with the victory here. Wow.
Yeah, no doubt. And you got to give it to Captain Slack. I mean, Uticus was absolutely relentless with his pursuit for that takedown. Got him down with those turning takedowns up and down on that left stick multiple times. And Captain Slack really handled himself really well with his flicks and his decision-making and sneaking in his transitions to get the dominant position. And we saw in round two, Captain Slack flattened him out and just was throwing big bombs from the top and just really did a lot of damage in round number two. And the judges must have had some memory of that when they were scoring the fight at the end, tallying up those scoreboards, because wow, what a big win right there by Captain Slack. And Uticus, I mean, you said he had an 81 takedown with Brian Ortega. I mean, that's very impressive there.
88.
88.
Yeah.
88. Okay.
I mean, he
Still
timed those.
impressive.
He timed those takedowns well. I think chat feels probably quite vindicated because I know that's not exactly a fan-friendly kind of a style there. I mean, I don't know what to say. He's fighting a Max Holloway. You don't have to take the fight like that. He did try a lot of takedowns. I know there was a lot of clinch work, but to me, that was sensible clinch work. It was only when Slack was crashing into him that he was grabbing the clinch. You know, Slack could have framed out. He could have moved his head on the exit. He did keep crashing in, which gave him that clinch work. But yeah, at the end of the day, the actual damage dealt by Captain Slack was quite significant more. I think you'll agree with that, right? Slack put a lot more damage out. Unfortunately, it didn't go Uticus' way. What can you say? Let's move on to the next fight tonight. All right, let's move on because we've got plenty more to get to. Next up, we have the T4H camps, T4H, the Four Horsemen's camps, Buck Flair representing, and he's going to be taking on someone whose name I can't see anymore and have forgotten. Who's he fighting, boys?
Fadenator.
Fadenator at welterweight.
Yes, and we're starting to move up to the top 10 here. We got ranked number 8, Fadenator, knockout artist, elite striker, but he's got a big test right now. He's going against the Four Horsemen camp train standout Buck Flair. Now, these guys that come out of the Four Horsemen's camp, they always have that intricate detail when they're on the ground. And let's talk about it, Boxer. You know a little bit more than me about the Four Horsemen.
The Four Horsemen, first off, you got to understand Four Horsemen, Ric Flair, Orn Anderson. You remember Bailey, and you didn't know who they were. I think it was who else? Lex Luger. So these were some of the big icons here in now, but they're here and they icons here in the UFC, UFC 4. But when you talk about TH4 trained on the ground, these guys are elite level on the ground. They're looking at other visual clues that a lot of us are not accustomed to looking at. Some of the high level players are looking at some of this stuff, but they're looking at a lot of these visual clues that happen first, okay, on the ground. And they're able to get a lot of these transitions where you're like, what in the world are they doing? But TH4 trained on the ground, this is danger on the ground here, Bailey, in round 1.
I mean,
what are we looking
as
at?
someone who has just been playing their calf only on ranked right now, I absolutely love knowing every single move that I have in my toolkit consistently across any weight class. So you know Buck Flair knows this fighter inside out. He's so big as well. Look at the size of this guy. It's going to be tough But he has gotten
Look at
burns here. Nice defense on the single leg takedown here. Is he going to frame off double knees to the body? Love it. Goes back with a nice uppercut as well. So that's a good start right there for Fadenator, but he's going to need plenty more of that over the course of these next 3 rounds to keep him off him right here. Nice 1, 2, 3 though. Buck just keeping his hands down low. Tried to get the clinch. Nice punishment with a straight right. That's what you want. And re-clinches instead. Great work.
Yeah, it just seems like Buck is just, I mean, he's just stalking his opponent. And this is what TH4 is going to do. They'll strike with you, but you know at some point they're going to get the fight to the ground no matter how they get it there. Even right now on the bottom, you're still in their world right now. So if you're Fadenator, you have to be careful because you're just one transition away from being in a TH4 guard. And from there, they can flip and reverse it and just change the whole fight complexion. But right now, Fadenator is doing what he has to do.
That was fast.
Yeah, that is a nice stand-up. So he used the referee to stand the fight back up, but it's early in the fight, bro.
Yeah, and so far, Fadenator, we're talking a lot about Buck Flair, but man, he has defended himself perfectly in every situation. I mean, his takedown defense, that guard pull, he had R2 press. I mean, Fadenator is definitely checking all the boxes. There's a takedown, though. He turns it up, unable to get that late denial. Now, Buck Flair able to work in side control, goes for that full mount. Excuse me, he denies it, though, and Fadenator looking solid on the ground.
Yeah, Gilbert Burns was a great pick against this, I feel like, because you do have a bunch of offensive and defensive options from the bottom and the top as well. So we'll see how he deals with the pressure. The posture up is really the only thing he needs to look out for. Nice arm triangle fake, fakes the full guard sweep, double shot, goes for the full mount pass, doesn't get it. Going to probably set up a little angle for his full guard, waited half a second to stop the instant denial right here. Back on, foot on the hip fake, double shots here again, foot on the hip fake. Nice job, stops that, and again a foot on the hip fake, really trying to stall each other out. Nice control on the posture up, foot on the hip fake, 2 shots, 3, and into the sweep. Beautiful job.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's some high level stuff right there. Once you get that transition block, you get the grapple advantage, and then you get the sweep. Gilbert Barnes is no slouch in the guard, but look at there, you get the reverse, but you're right back here in the guard here, and this is where you really want to win this fight because this is where you can change the tide of the complexion. A lot of options getting back to the feet. Fadenator showing that he can hang with these TH4 guys on the ground, bro.
Yeah, he's showing he is very skilled in the grappling realm of this fight, and he's throwing out some feints. And does anyone know what archetype Buck Flair is right now?
Wrestler Dominator.
Wrestler Dominator. Wow, okay. So what perks exactly is a Wrestler Dominator?
I don't know if Boxer can look that up, but it's definitely the top control wrestling archetype. And Dominator is the Smasher, I think, has advantage in the ground and pound, and the Dominator has more positional control advantages.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You should watch my YouTube video, you know.
Plug. Yeah, Balin, what do you see here?
Well, Fadenator's doing a great job punishing, obviously, and Buck Flair's still trying to march down, right down the pipe with those straight shots and looping uppercuts, and Fadenator just looking to punish everything. Reclinches right now, takes that option away from him, going to go double top to the head. Dig deep on that guillotine, late denial, but he still did it. Buck Flair trying to lock his own in, and he's got it. Look at him circling to try and drain that stamina, and then against the cage. I love it. Let's see if he can get out right now, building the escape bar. Got to watch the chain. It's going to be a race for that if he's going to pull guard on it. Here it comes on the next stage immediately. There it is, and he gets it. This could be the end of the fight. No, he's got the escape. Good work. Got to be careful though.
There, whenever you get in one of the most tricky situations in the game right now, when someone has you in that standing guillotine and they're spinning you either up or down, you need to understand which way you need to go to walk out of that. Okay, you didn't walk out of it. You had to actually defend your way out of that. It gets no tougher than that. THP, and look at it.
Big shot here. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, can he survive here, Bruce? I don't know. Wow. Great job there by Fadenator.
I don't know. Fadenator is posturing up with Gilbert and throwing some haymakers on top in that position in half guard, and he's doing so well defending himself very nicely. You see Buck going to that right side trying to get that full guard advantage, but no, Fadenator is just building that GA, that bar on top of your screen. He's doing a good job. There's a nice deny by Buck Flair. They are fighting for position right now, and here goes. Oh, beautiful job by Buck Flair. Takes the back.
So he denied the posture up, tried to take an advantage, but waited. And Fadenator wanted to beat the transition by moving straight to half guard, but in doing so, got his back taken right there. So tough break for Fadenator, trying to beat him to it. And now this is a terrible spot to be in. I mean, this is a T4H grappling phenom who's flattened him out here. Ooh, he denied it, and now he's looking in a choke. Wow, look at this right here. Dude, that bar is so big. This is going to be close. It's all about if he can make the reads. Here comes the strikes as well. Gives him a little bit of a bonus advantage. He's flailing about, though. Fadenator going left, right. No circling from Fadenator, just retreating back on himself. And look at
that mini
game. Place. He's going all over the place.
Wow, man. I mean, to be able to play that mini game like that right there, man, it shows you how sharp Fadenator is right now. But TH4, when they show you how high level this grappling is, it's not going to stop, Bruce. It's going to be relentless. If they don't get you in round 1, they're coming at you for round 2, and then you know they may get you in round 3. Like, it just doesn't stop here. But Fadenator getting out of everything, Bruce.
Yeah, Fadenator is also relentless in his defensive ability to keep this man, this dominator, this T4H Buck Flair off of him. I mean, he's trying to be a wet blanket and submit him and just do what he wants to do. And he's been training so hard for this, but Fadenator has as well. And that damage he keeps doing on the feet with Gilbert and on the ground in those postured up positions, in my opinion, are winning him this fight. Bailey, and what do you say to that? Big shot!
Oof. Well, I think Fadenator's probably definitely up on the scorecards. He's got those significant strikes, and he is finding a piston with that straight right because Buck Flair is just moving in with his hands down, trying to catch him with, you know, these clinch attempts, whatever he can do. So that the right hand's a good counter to that. But now these front kicks from the outside, dives against the cage, but nice job defending by Fadenator. Might look for that hip toss again on the back. The drag is coming, and he's got it.
Got it. Yeah, you never know. You don't want to give up the back sit. You don't want to give up the back pat. You know, so he took him down there just with the drag down. You end up in the same position here, and Gilbert Burns here is no slouch on the ground. And look, he's looking to have a choke of his own. Decides to go to that backside here and inside control. Bruce, man, I mean, Fadenator is like really doing well right now.
Yeah, he's looking real good, and he's embracing the grappling position. But there's a beautiful judo toss by Buck Flair with a lot of time on the clock, fellas. Inside saddle, and if he gets a denial here, but no, he doesn't. But still on that backside position. What happened right there?
He threw him so hard that the stream started going all glitchy. That's what he did. It was loss in quality there. I think he did try and roll out, but this is Buck Flair's wheelhouse, man. This is where he's wanted him the entire fight, and Fadenator is just trying to find a way out of it. He's being as patient as possible. Both men just waiting. Look at the control, man. And it's a lot harder to get out of here, you know, when you're not timing your exits on your opponent's strike. So if you're just going to try and instantly transition, it's going to be a lot harder. Fadenator might do a better job trying to time off a strike. Here comes that Kimura from this position. Americana, excuse me. Now stretching it out. This is going to be tough. He's going for it, though. If he doesn't get it, he will give up positions. Great defense right here by Fadenator as he tries to push the far left-hand corner, moving back to the far right-hand corner, baying into the middle, going up to the left now, double tapping in to the middle, and then out to the side. This is a good tactic. He doubles up on one side and then transitions to the opposite. Back to the opposite side, back to the same side. So this is just a nice pattern. Those strikes are going to catch up, though. If he can lock it down, they kind of threw off his defense a little bit here. I think he might grab it. Oh, wow.
Wow, this is crazy. T4H, we told you they are relentless. And I'm telling you right now, Bruce and Bailey, they show you why this is not a boxing game. A lot of times you can feel good about your striking, but whenever you fight T4H and you wonder why they're the ones at the top of the leaderboard, they show you this is an MMA game. And we take this game to the ground, and we're serious, and we saw how great they were at transition denials, and those transition denials in that crucifix position led to this submission. But I will say this is one of the greatest defensive submission performances that I've seen on the ESFL by Fadenator to last that long against all of those submissions that was thrown out by T4H, not Ric Flair, but Buck Flair. Woo! Wow.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Fadenator looked so good. Looked like he was very well trained coming into this fight. Buck Flair was throwing everything he had at him, and it just seemed like Fadenator was just doing a phenomenal job defending himself. I believe he even got a drop. I mean, he was letting them hands fly that straight piston, as Balian so elegantly put it, got me hyped up, and he was just throwing bombs, and then on the ground, posturing up in the half guard position and embracing the ground game with Buck Flair. But like you said, you called it out, Boxer. You said, don't worry, later in the round, Buck Flair is still going to be attacking you. And every time he gets you in a dominant position, especially in that crucifix, we saw those crucial denials at play. And then he locks in that Kimura. And then we think, oh my goodness, he's going to get out. But the strikes come in. He doesn't click it. Boom, 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 bang. And it's over.
Ooh.
Buck Flair wins the fight. And he beats a dangerous opponent in Fadenator. Watch out for Fadenator, man. This guy's a slick daddy.
I mean, after that performance, I mean, first of all, what a great fight from both guys. Congratulations to both men. I saw someone in the chat immediately say "lucky win." I mean, this is a man who, this is a man who had a really tough fight for 2 rounds. Fadenator was absolutely on point tonight. Beat him up, controlled the pace of the fight, returned all the offense back to him. You know, and you know, the ESFL, you're going to fight all kinds of people here. You know, you might not be a grappler yourself, but people fight as grapplers, and you have to be able to deal with those fighters at the top level, because some people are really good at it. And I don't care if you don't enjoy that kind of fighting. That's how some people fight. You better show up and be ready to fight against those players, because it's legit strategy. Fadenator did a great job for that. And then Buck in that 3rd round showed up, kept composed despite losing, slowly and methodically controlled the pace of the fight, got the hip toss into side saddle. And you guys know it's not easy to keep people in that position. Like, you know, it's all well and good saying, oh, he just defended the transitions. He stopped 3 in a row, man. And he could have finished it with strikes, but he went to that Americana from that position as well, which he didn't have to do, especially because he'd failed so many attempts before that. Really, really well played by Buck Flair. Just a unique talent that we don't see in those positions all the time. Some people might be able to do it, but he is someone who is confident there, takes the fight to that position, controls nicely, and it's real tough when you're against someone who is that good at controlling from that spot. So well done, Buck Flair, and well done to Fadenator as well. Very close, good matchup, great matchmaking by the guys at home. And also I want to apologize to these next competitors, because these guys next were supposed to go ahead of this fight. That's my fault, guys. I didn't see the note, so apologies now to Dino and Proper Stee, who are set to compete in the next fight tonight at middleweight. Dino, a great striker. Proper Stee here, looking to take some steam out from underneath him and still some thunder. It should be a great matchup. It's coming up next.
So is Proper Stee a different opponent than Guinness, or are they the same?
I believe they're the same.
Okay, cool. Well, all right, here we go. Guinness, Proper Stee. Now we're getting to, wow, look at this. Ranked 15 Guinness. He's 2-0, pressure fighter in the IXC league. He's the champ, 8-0, well-rounded. So from another organization, he's going to test himself against one of the Xbox ESFL best players, ranked number 3, Dino MMA. We all know Dino, but if you don't, he's a vicious high-level striker. And he's so fun to watch. Creative, comfortable in all areas, Boxer. What do you have to say about these two gentlemen?
Yeah, man, anytime you want to talk about Dino, at the top of the leaderboards in OWC for Xbox, you got TH4 sitting at the top at number 1 and number 3. And right there in the middle, you got Dino. Okay, and I feel like it's a competition now to find out who's the greatest Izzy player in UFC 4, and let's see how Dino is going to get it done. You got to know what you got to do with his Bailey. They already throwing hands.
It's going to be a tough contest. I mean, Dino has never won with Israel Adesanya. The only man to do that is GOAT 1099, so he's going to try and break the curse again tonight of that. But yeah, this is interesting. 8-0 in the XCE, 2-0 in the ESFL. Proper Stee here tonight to show that he's ready to compete, make his way into the top 10 and get a big name, gets his first tough challenge here tonight in Dino. And right now, he's on the pressure, doing exactly what he needs to do against an Israel Adesanya player, catching him with lead hooks and straights. Good meta boxing. Nice check by Dino, who's struggling to find a way to control this pressure.
Yeah, 97 power there, you know, coming out by Paulo Costa. So you can't not take any of these things, and he has fast hands. So I mean, this is a lot of power. But look at
nice, beautiful timing
coming out by Dino. Just knows exactly when to time that return hook there. That's some impressive stuff. I gotta rewind this and see what he saw.
Oh.
These guys going back and forth, Bruce.
Uppercut straight, and that pressure right now from Proper Steve is relentless. And that switch stance, or excuse me, southpaw lead hook straight from Dino was beautiful.
Nice
but man, Dino really trying to fight off his back foot, but he is struggling right now from this pressure. And that left leg of Dino's getting eaten alive as he gets another one through. This is a firefight right now, and Cox is coming for the kill.
Yeah, Steve definitely pushing on the pressure. It's going to cost him stamina-wise, but he's being so effective with his shots. He's not whiffing anything. It's either on the block or it's connecting, so this is not going to add up. Nice check, though. That right leg's going to take a beating. It's not his lead leg, though, so it's not going to affect that power stat. You know, only if he switches stance will it affect it. So we'll see what happens here. Well, I mean, yeah, but I know it might affect the overall footwork, I believe. I need to get some confirmation, actually. On that one, there's a nice up kick up the middle, or a front kick. Excuse me, tries to counter with a knee. Nice job with those body kicks. Nice teep, though. And here's Dino's chance to get a bit of space back. Pushes him back a little bit. Now holding the octagon center. Nice job. Lead hook to the body. Comes back with a straight as well. Gives up some distance. Nice catch this time on the teep, though, as Steve's going to high guard block straight left. Beautiful job. Excuse me.
How is he going to survive?
Wow.
Got a little lag here. All right, we're back. Hey, now one thing, Balian, one thing that's good about Israel Adesanya is that he has a 98 in that switch stance position. So if that left leg is getting eaten up, he can switch back to southpaw there. But look at Dino here, able just to pick these shots and just mitigate a lot of this pressure, throwing a kick right back of his own, Bruce. Man, this is some high-level striking that we're seeing here in round one.
No doubt. And it's always like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Proper Steve putting so much, or excuse me, emptying out so much of his gas tank, but doing a lot of damage on that left leg. Throwing that uppercut straight punch. Oh, spinning heel kick right to the face. Checks that one in. Guinness is looking like a savage out there, but the stamina is good. The health and the body health on Dino is not super crucial right now. He defended himself well, landed some good punches, but do you guys think that first round was worth for the amount of energy that Paulo Costa Guinness used?
Whenever you've got a style like Dino's, your toughest round is always going to be the first round and trying to deal with the pressure and find timings for your shots. Now, Steve is going to slow down, and you know, the way that Dino fights, he can finish you late in the third. He doesn't, oh no, there's a big lead uppercut though as I talk about that, so he's going to have to survive to that position. But Dino's timing allows him to finish you regardless of the amount of damage you've taken, because he'll catch you when you're most vulnerable. And now we have a little bit of lag. Switch kick to the body there. Another one. Steve really working that body now.
Yeah, one thing I like about Proper Steve, he's able to come back and return rocks whenever he gets rocked. But right now, you got that stamina advantage there with Adesanya, and right now, I think Dino is picking him apart, but you never know how this thing is going. It's a very interesting matchup. Really don't know if somebody has taken the lead here yet, Rob.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like Guinness is throwing some hard shots and using good accuracy, good decisions, but
slowing down already though.
So well on his back foot. Yeah, he really is slowing down. Not able to throw those long, powerful combinations. And now, as the rounds progress, we go into round 3. In the end of this round, Dino's gonna really start to be able to let them fly. But that left leg is getting bombed. Oh man, this is a fight.
Yeah, Dino switching up to the boxing now, keeping it nice and simple with the 1-2s and the 1-2-3s, and he's catching him. He can't trade like that though, but he is slowing down Steve. As long as he doesn't get rocked and hurt and caught in vulnerable states, he should be okay. But he is slowing Steve down, and this is what I mean. Dino can look for that third round finish. He doesn't need to blitz and cause a ton of damage. Now he can just wait to the third. Nice job. Goes into the body kick off the switch. And all of this work from Steve is just going to cost that stamina even more.
Yeah.
Nice feint there by Dino, and Dino has amazing feints there with Israel Adesanya. And right now you're looking at a 95 stamina versus just a 90 with Paulo Costa. And if he's able to get Paulo Costa to switch, he will take a significant hit in the power department. So that's one thing I see Dino is looking at here. But now you're going to start seeing Dino shine and flourish. He seems like now he's taking the center of the octagon. He's getting a little bit more space. And when he gets space, man, you're going to see stuff. But look at here. Here. Able to get another rock off of Dino. Still keeping it interesting, Bruce. Wow.
Oh, man, that 4-punch combination was sick. But what was even sicker was Dino's ability to duck that last shot, that hook. And their head health is so even right now. And Dino just has a huge stamina advantage. Vicious body kick. And proper steez is starting to slow down, and Dino confidence is going to be exaggerated because of the shots he's taking. He's taking his best shots, but still eating that straight lead hook. And he's got to be careful, Bailey.
Oh, nice lead hook counter, though, on the pressure that comes in. There's the head kick finish. KO, beautiful, beautiful. Set him up beautifully for that. Rocked him, chopped him, and then just came over the top with a head kick. Absolutely clinical finish from Dino. And as soon as he started to slow down, everything became a lot easier for Dino. Like we said, that first round is the hardest round. You just have to corral, find your timing, know that you're going to do enough damage late to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, me and Bruce was just talking about this early. How do you defend yourself and still be successful with the meta of the game is now with the pressure fighter? Well, Dino just showed you with a fighter that a lot of people haven't had success finding, and he did it in a great dramatic fashion here with the champion Israel Adesanya. That shows you why he's number 2 in the OWC, right there in between that T4H camp. Bruce, that was a very impressive performance there by Dino and proper Steve Guinness. I mean, because he was going rock for rock back and forth with Dino, and it was like, man, what's going to happen here? But then Dino just showing you why he's the elite of the elites. It was crazy. Great job by both of those guys.
Phenomenal job. What a fight. Probably my favorite fight of the night so far. And yeah, I mean, the IXC champion, 8-0, 2-0 in the ESFL Guinness, comes out with Paulo Costa and puts on so much pressure on a Dino, throwing some clean shots, not overthrowing too much, but definitely investing heavily in that first round knockout, second round knockout. And he really tested Dino, and that mental game of Dino never faltered. And he was able to defend himself and even throw some good shots in the midst of all that action and get some rocks of his own, switch stances, stayed defensive, kept his head held and his body held high, and then got that stamina advantage. And what a beautiful combination at the end there, that head kick, and makes history, gets his first win with Israel Adesanya. So it looks like Israel Adesanya is starting to make his rise in the ESFL with some of these players that could really utilize that sort of pinpoint striking and that great defense, man. Bailey, and I know you must have enjoyed that one.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's how I like to fight as well. Just like Dino there, obviously that first round is the hardest round. You have to just remain patient. You have to know that it's about the timing in that situation, not about as much damage as you can do, because catching your opponent when they're vulnerable is going to do way more damage than trying to go toe-to-toe with them, especially in that kind of pressure situation. Steve was mixing up the striking quite nicely and being very methodical. He wasn't missing or whiffing a lot, which makes it a lot harder as well. But when Dino started to adjust towards more of a boxing style throughout that second round, get away from his own leg kicks and body kicks and just use the hand speed to counter, he was really starting to chip away at Steve and catch him mid-combination. But you can't take it away from Guinness right there. You can see why the man was undefeated up to that point. I mean, that kind of a pressure is incredibly hard to deal with, and he was coming back and catching Dino with his own rocks as well. And those were well-timed rocks, though. There wasn't just a crazy forward-moving blitzing style. It was well-timed precision rocks, catching him when he was vulnerable or coming back off of combination. So great performance by Dino. He's going to hold that top spot there, number 3 in the world, moves to 2-1. And, you know, for Guinness, I'm sure we'll see him bounce back, but what a great matchup between two different styles. And yeah, we love to see that with Dino right there. Okay, so now talking about people who are at the top of the division, we will be moving forward as soon as the link is live. I don't have it right now, people. The one
it's not live for me.
Yeah, let's see. It is going to be Ripper versus former ESFL champion Suave Jamie, who is making his season 2 debut tonight. He is, as is Ripper. So it's a great matchup. Here we go. We've got it now. Oh, it's over on his Twitch. Okay, let's sort this out. But Rob, maybe you can tell us about these two guys while we just get the fight together, Suave Jamie and Ripper.
Yeah, no problem. We got Ripper here. I guess they call him the phone booth Patrick. Always looking to get that knockout, and he's not afraid to grapple. He's going to go out there and try to put some bombs on to Suave Jamie. And, you know, I haven't really had the chance or the opportunity to really call a lot of Ripper fights, but I do know Suave Jamie very, very well, and he is one of the best players in the entire game, Xbox or PS4. He's done so much good work in the E-League. And he just literally, world-class striking, world-class grappling, world-class defense. And he has such a good approach and a great head on his shoulders. And he's very good at adjustments. He has a YouTube channel. He's very good at teaching. I've learned so much from this man. I have so much respect for Suave Jamie. And he is one of the best players in the game, and he's gonna be good everywhere, Boxer.
Yeah, and like you said, he's good everywhere, and then you complement all of that with a balanced fighter. Okay, so Suave Jamie, we know Triple C. This guy is just has so many belts and so many accolades behind his name. That's why he's so high up on this card here. But with Peter Yan, this is a fighter that you can feel really comfortable with because he can get it done on the feet and on the ground, punching speed with a 95, and punching power 95. So you can't play around in the stand-up here with Peter Yan.
All right, let's go. Jamie making his Season 2 debut. Obviously, he ended last season, Season 1, as the Xbox and PlayStation champion, and even snagged the PlayStation Championship, no, the Xbox belt on the UFC Esports League. I think he was the Xbox champion as well. So triple champion, as Boxer mentioned there. So making his debut tonight. Let's see how he looks against Ripper, someone else who's relatively new here, 0-0 himself. So it's all to play for in this first fight, and Ripper doing a nice job countering patiently here. When you're picking Yarn, you can really slide in and out beautifully. He has such good footwork. Predator helps you move forward, so you can just step forward and land shots. Nice elbow into that straight lead hook combo right there for Ripper, but Jamie tags him here and catches him with him there. Nice jump pivot outside of that clinch attempt by Jamie. Comes back the 1-2-3, tries to end with the uppercut, misses, and Ripper pulls that long shot to the body wide as he slides back out like we talked about. But nice adjustment to the kicks already, turning side kick lands beautifully as Jamie's trying to pour with that double jab as he does, but Ripper ducking under nicely. Counter shot there with a straight right. This is just nice tit for tat. Nice front kick though, already catching Ripper.
Yeah, this is a very fast pace to this fight, man. This is a little faster than what I like to fight, but these guys are effective at it. And whenever you have Peter Young, you got that force of nature perk. So you want to always keep your stamina advantage. But look at that, a huge right hand there from Suave Jamie coming out already, getting that rock, showing you why he's one of the triple champions. Bruce, he's doing a good job so far, getting the first advantage in this fight.
Yeah, already Suave Jamie striking first blood, looking like Rambo out there. And, you know, he's just doing a better job at, you know, doing damage. It looks even when you're watching it, but you could see that Suave just hitting that block a little bit more, landing a little bit more accurately. And there's blood leaking out of that left eye of Ripper right now. So a strong first round right now from Suave Jamie. Ooh. Clean combinations. Let him fly.
Ripper looks like he's fading a little bit under the pressure of Jamie. I mean, a lot of people fight the same way Jamie fights, and they try and meet him toe to toe, but Jamie is just probably the best at this high pace, fast style. And if you're going to clash with him, you have to be on point with your reactions, your timing, and your ability to read and mix up your attacks. And Jamie is just so good at this fast paced style. Nice slip inside right hand over the top though. Nice job, but Jamie's there with the uppercut to return. The ducking head kick bounces off the top though and uses that to step forward and recover that ground loss from Jamie. Right hand catches Ripper, who tries to step in and trade those combinations. And the double jab of Jamie's just so good at pressuring people back. There's a nice pull counter elbow, doesn't land. Jamie tries to look for his own, doesn't get it either. And the 1-2 catches Jamie, pushes him back outside that line. And Ripper's going to try and dump his way back on the inside. Jamie looking for the dipping right hand as well. They're both trying it now. Very popular as well.
Yeah, you got to watch out for your spacing here, like you said, with that Predator perk, because they can close the distance a lot faster. There is a takedown there by Jamie. Let's see if he's able to look at this. Already in side control there. Not sure what happened. Then get a transition block.
Oh, my God.
2 transition blocks. It's right at the end of the round here. That's why you're just seeing these transitions coming out. But they did hurt your stamina there. If you're Ripper there, great job and way to end that round for Jamie.
Yeah, it just shows the strategic approach. I mean, gets a takedown, 25 seconds left, has already beaten him up on the feet. I mean, that's obviously a big round for Suave Jamie. And Suave Jamie just so good, really leaning. I love the way he blocks, and then he uses his head movement in combination. And here we go, nice little clinch from Ripper, attacking that body, but bam, gets met with an uppercut, spinning back fist. Suave Jamie letting it fly. That head health is dwindling on Ripper.
Yeah, Ripper doing a great job with his elbows as well. I mean, if you see him throw them tight on the inside, he's catching Jamie occasionally with them, but spinning for spinning right there. There's the hip toss. Nice job by Ripper. Leg denial. Love it. That was patched to be a little easier to defend right here. And we'll see how they get on. Go on, Bucks.
You got to be careful with those spinning back kicks, back fists, because they will go eat right through that jab there. And I see both of those fighters, they were throwing them out there. But right now, these fighters are going toe-to-toe, but man, as fast as it is, it seems like Jamie is a little bit more comfortable here. But look at there, another spinning back fist there landed by Ripper and turning takedown there. Nice from Jamie there. Now he's on the ground a little bit more earlier in the round here. Let's see if he can hold his position, Bruce.
Yeah, and this is very, very scary for Ripper TV because Suave Jamie is the king here. This is a dominant position for Suave. He's got good striking, but I think this is where he makes his money, right here in this position. And there's a deny right there. Gets grapple advantage, lands some sharp elbows, and Ripper struggling to get out, but can't. Oh, more elbows, sharp, blood pouring out. Head health is low. Balian.
Ooh, he keeps going for that. He keeps going for that sprawl, but he's just not getting it. I mean, he's using it to fake now, trying to time it against the strikes on the inside. Great job by Jamie. He's not really gone for that up transition, but as soon as he does, Jamie is right there defending it. So dominant from this position. Feels like he probably could have done this the whole fight, right? And now flashing red on the head health in that full mount position. Jamie going to look to posture up. This time probably going to defend. Yes, he does. And here comes the finish right now. Possibly straight hook, straight hook. Nice control. Good posure. And there's the finish right there. No. Wow. So close.
Wow. Yeah, I'm surprised that Ripper's still in it, but Jamie's showing you why he's one of the best. Able to get so many transition denials and just staying heavy on top here. This is what you want to do. I mean, no matter what way that Ripper TV is going, he's just in trouble. And look at these huge balls right here, Bruce. It landed. Will he survive this round?
Oh, he does. Ripper's got some good defense on the ground, but like Suave just makes it look easy out there. And you know when someone makes it look easy in the ESFL up on the card like this, you know how good they really are. The stamina just not in the favor of Ripper. Suave keeping that stamina control. Now inside saddle, more elbows. I mean, we need to get a doctor in here. The head health is blinking. More blood splattering out. Another denial. More sharp elbows and another denial. Oh my goodness, Suave Jamie is so good in this position.
Man, it was just a horrible, horrible place to be, isn't it? You have to camp that side control defense right there and not let him anywhere near you because it's just so tough to get out of. I mean, Ripper's doing a good job mixing up the different transitional directions. I mean, maybe he could try and time that sprawl fake a little better because that's a good one to go to. But apart from that, Jamie just competent at defending all angles. So the back on the feet. Looks like Jamie is running away with this as we're going to the third round. Ripper's got a lot of work to do if he wants to steal this win.
Yeah, if you're Ripper, you definitely don't want to get in that side control position there because Jamie just has the muscle memory there to keep it right there. But look at there, all of that damage there is paying dividends on the feet now. And you see these easy rocks coming out by Jamie. He's just wearing on that block. And man, he's already done his damage on the ground. Another rock there and another takedown inside control where you don't want to be, Bruce.
Yeah, and he just mixes it up so well. Even though he could get a knockout on the feet, he just takes that advantage, gets a beautiful takedown that now just postures up. The damage is too high. Here comes the bombs, but a nice clip by Ripper TV. And he's got the stamina advantage. Good defense.
He's going to be so upset about that. I mean, the game forces you into that postured up position when you're about to finish the fight from side control a lot of the time. And Jamie got there. He was defending and then he got back to the feet with no stamina, but it doesn't matter. There's the straight left. Now he's going to finish him off from here, surely. There we go with the hammer fist.
Bang.
Good performance. Jamie.
Yeah, huge hammer fist by Jamie. And it shows you, especially when you're fighting a mirror match, just player for player. And Jamie came out on top there, but that's a good job, even just to make it to that third round against the former champion here, triple champion. That's why we call him Triple C. But man, what can you say? I mean, when somebody denies you that many times, I mean, it's going to cook your stamina, and that's what we saw. And once you get back to the feet, there's almost nothing you can do. Great job by Jamie. Just a solid performance. Wasn't nothing too flashy. But this is the thing that gets the job done. And man, the storylines here have been developed here. You got all of these good fighters. I can't wait to see all of these fighters clash as weeks to come. We got a lot of storylines here, Bruce, going on. This is great job, great performance by both of those guys.
Yeah, you definitely do. A lot of new players showing that they are rising to the occasion and adding a lot of skills, trying to threaten these top-ranked players. But you also got guys like Suave Jamie letting all these newcomers know there are levels to this thing. And right there, we just showed a lot of just amazing stuff. Another dominant performance in the books for Suave Jamie, just showing that, you know, the basics win fights, and his fights might not be the most flashy, but man, they are just so fun to watch. The way he dominates. That you see the end there, he knew he had the head up the man, so he just threw a little jab straight right inside the pocket and just bounced to rip his head around like he was LeBron James, and it was just crazy. I mean, that was fun to watch. Look, that side control. When do we see someone hold an opponent in side control that dominantly while throwing those vicious elbows? His head just bounced around. Blood is like, it's like a fountain out there. Suave Jamie is the real deal, and anyone that's going to be matched against this man, you better train hard, because he's coming like a meteorite about to end the planet again.
I mean, just the dominant, solid performance from the former triple champion, like you said there, and that's his debut for season 2. So clearly he's on his way to that title on the Xbox side of things. Expect to see him compete on the PlayStation side of things as well later on. A tough test for Ripper, of course, here, who was doing okay on the feet at the start, but as soon as Jamie took him down at the end of the first and realized he could be an easy night from that position, I think he kind of wanted to showcase his dangerous side control game as well. So great performance by Jamie. And yeah, you can't really beat yourself up against losing against a fighter like that. He's just, you know, many people's opinion, the best player right now at this game. Right. So, but time will tell. We have 3 fights left for you this evening. One more matchup between 2 contenders, up and coming, and then 2 title fights for you to end the night. We have Ziaf vs. Goat for the PlayStation title, and the interim Xbox title will be on the line this evening as well. But first, we're going to move back to the lightweight division. 2 men that are ready to get it on, Mr. Hasboys and Cauliflower as well, Jay Collie, I believe. So let's go to it. They're making the picks, and yeah, moving swiftly through. Only 3 fights left, guys.
Hey, yo, Boxer, what do you know about JC21? You got any info on this man?
Oh man, not too much info on JC 21 there, but we do know that he has a balanced approach. All right, so he goes where the fight's going to take him and not afraid of the ground, and that's what you want in the ESFL. You want to be able to be well-rounded here, especially with this Dustin Poirier pickup here with 95 in the striking power and 96 in the speed, and you have the fast hands perk to complement that. That's why Dustin Poirier is one of the best in the game right here. But he has his hands full against Hasboys.
Yeah, Hasboys is someone that I've seen compete, and he's a very vicious wrestler with some great hands too. He likes to put the pressure, get in the face of his opponent, and really let him fly and go for that takedown. You already see it, Balian. He's right in the face of Dustin Poirier with Alexander Volkanovski, throwing like a little demon dog.
Yeah, I mean, Volkanovski has that amazing footwork, so you can get in your face, land your combo, and almost slide out a lot of the time away from the strikes. But JC doing a good job adjusting to the teep kicks already. Nice uppercut to the body there. Hasboys has that gas tank as well. Nice lead hook, breaking the block with the straight to follow up right here. Straight tackles him there with another rear uppercut to the body. Took how much stamina that took off. That's a good work and adjustment by JC, but because he's going toe-to-toe and trading, he's losing that head health. He needs to be careful firing second in a gunfight like this. And Hasboy just desperately on the attack, as he normally is. Overhand, bouncing off the block. Nice counter there with a straight left. A little bit of lag on my end. Oh, lead uppercut follows to drop him. Beautiful job. Oh, beautiful. Hasboy stayed in the pocket, planted his feet. Gets dropped immediately. That is it. Wow.
Crazy. Yo, we talked about how strong this Dustin Poirier pickup is. I have a lot of respect for this pickup every time I see it, with the combination of that speed and that power and those perks, fast hands with Predator, I mean, and Recharger. You have to really watch out when you're fighting Dustin. That was a quick fight there. We hadn't seen that yet in this card. I mean, they just came out and got the job done, Bruce. Nothing else to say. Just came out and just like a buzzsaw, just got it done.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, crazy indeed, Boxer. And you know, Hasboys comes out and he puts a lot of pressure on you. We saw some big shots landing on the inside. Alexander Volkanovski's a tough little pit bull kind of player, and then at the end there in that sequence, you saw, you know, JC hurt Hasboys, but then that final little sequence where you saw Hasboys try to pull that last shot, and JC said, "No, you don't." Sniper pinpoint piston straight right down the pipe as he was backing up, or as he was leaning. That's a lot of vulnerability, and to get that knockout so fast in round number 1, you don't see that too often in the ESFL. So that's a big win, a huge knockout, and that's going to propel him like a rocket from NASA into the upper echelon of the ESFL Xbox scene, Balian.
Yeah, man. I mean, Hasboy's just got rocked and then didn't back up, just planted his feet looking to counter strike. And, you know, whenever you're hurt like that, you gotta cover up, you gotta back up, you gotta defend yourself. You can't go toe to toe again, especially as you mentioned, Boxer, with someone like Dustin Poirier, because if you get cracked and dropped again, that could be the fight. He's gonna have that stamina. So yeah, Hasboy's got rocked. He could have stepped back out of the pocket or at least retreated. He had space. He wasn't against the cage. You know, he could have backed up blocking. He could have stiff arm retreated, but he didn't. He just left his feet there trying to pull counter and get the damaging strop back in. So yeah, based on the pressure he was putting on earlier, it seemed to be that he was trying to get in the face of JC right there, do some damage, but overzealous. Thought he could sit and trade. Definitely a dangerous place to be. And you can't sleep on the striking. A Jay-Z accurate, mixed up the uppercuts, the shots to the body to get that finishing sequence. 1-2 down the middle to stop the pull counter, like you said. Dangerous guy, yeah. Yeah, but I'm sure Hasboy feels like he didn't get to fight as well. But yeah, maybe a little overzealous tonight. Maybe, you know, a bit more defensive, especially when you get cracked, right, Boxer? Like, you gotta let your head health recover.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, when you get cracked like that, I remember that's one of the things that you wouldn't attack an opponent with low stamina. Don't attack opponent with low head health too. And sometimes you can forget about that, especially when you get excited and stuff like that. But Balian, it is time. The time is now for like the fight of the ages.
Yeah.
Tell us what we're looking at next.
Well, yeah, as you mentioned right here, I mean, I'll take you over to the fight card so you can see that there's only 2 fights left this evening, 2 championship matchups. The first of which we will get to now. The PlayStation belt is on the line with Ziaf taking on the GOAT. Ziaf looking to defend his title. After that, we'll get to Dirty Dave against AG2 Cuffed in an interim title fight. But as you mentioned here tonight, Ziaf, man, a kid who joined the ESFL at the start of season 1. He wasn't even in the ESFL at the start of season 1. He was in the XFL. I don't even remember. I mean, I remember fighting him when he was champion in that league, and he was very good back then. He joined the ESFL, you know, a couple of weeks into season 1, made his way up through the rankings, put out a tweet way back when, we should grab it, that said, "I will be ESFL champion one day." This kid has worked non-stop, really learned every facet of the game. And just become one of the best players in the world. And, you know, undisputedly, he is the best player in the world on PlayStation right now, because he is the defending champion tonight, looking to defend against GOAT, the man who held the belt for the season 1, lost it to Suave Jamie in the Champion v Championship matchup at the end of season 1 at ESFL 100. But he's here tonight ready to take and test the young prodigy, as we used to call him now, the young champion Ziaf, in the main event tonight. The PlayStation belt is on the line. GOAT 1099 will be taking on defending champion Ziaf. It's at welterweight. Let's go.
Is GOAT 109 not, or excuse me, is Ziaf in Team Dark now?
I believe so,
is that
yeah.
official?
Yeah.
Wow. He
Yeah.
fought his way in.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Bruce, when you talk about all of the success something like TH4 has, there's even a camp even above that. Okay. And it's going to be this dark camp where you talk about you're literally have to be a legendary champion just to enter into that camp. Okay. And when you talk about Ziaf, when you talk about GOAT 1099, which is literally one of the biggest names in ESFL, UFC esports history.
Yeah.
Okay, these guys are going against each other. This is high level on top of high level, elite on top of elite. This thing can go either way. This is what we all came and paid to see right now tonight, and I cannot wait. What do you know about these fighters, Bruce?
Oh man, so much. I mean, such the long history. We have GOAT 1099, ranked number 4, 1-0. You know, he's someone that says patience is a virtue. He's always out there to outwit, outlast, and outplay. The first ever ESFL PS4 UFC 3 champion, rising back up again in UFC 4 like he always does. And he has no camp. He's a lone wolf figuring out this game by himself. And now he's going to be faced with the young prodigy Ziaf, now under the tutelage of Romero, Papa Doc, Swiss Libax, I mean, and Ed Parker in that camp. I mean, that's the lion's den of UFC.
It is
going to be a phenomenal fight. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Indeed, Ziaf already on that shot pulls guard nicely, I was going to say, but no, went to double unders and then took the slam. But Goat, nice job defending that body-to-body suplex. Now back on the outside foot. If you've never seen Goat fight before, he's a very, very patient striker, likes to strike from the outside, pick his opponent apart, and already wisely using the clinch with Leon. Nice job on the denial. Ziaf tries to take the fight to the floor again. Does have a bit of a reach advantage on this RDA pick of Ziaf as well, but nice work on the inside leg kick. He's going to that already. You've seen some health come off that right lead leg of Ziaf, and if he can keep doing that, he's going to slow him down. This is a 5-round fight, of course, guys. It is for the belt here, so yeah, we're going to see.
Ooh. Yeah, definitely a 5-round fight, so you want to pace yourself a little bit slower, and no one better to do that than Goat. He knows how to drain your stamina while maintaining his own stamina. As a watch out, his head health landed some knees there, but with that cardio of 93 coming out from Leon Edwards, he's going to be able to do that. You got to watch out for the punch power of Edwards coming out at a 91, punch speed at a 94. So you got a nice striker on the feet, but if you would take one thing away, look at it. These are going for the takedown. If you get Leon to switch stance, it goes down to 90.
Champ is down.
Champ is down there. Not going to distance at all, Bruce. Wow.
Yeah, Go 1099 is not playing around, and he's putting more knees in that right leg. He's already put in some effort into damaging that right leg, and Goat his pivot movement is so nice. He's all over Ziaf right now. Nice left hook, and Ziaf is trying to answer back for those 1-2-1-2s, but man, Goat looking good in round number 1.
Yeah, it's that sneaky left hook that Goat's using right here, and he's fading back with pressure. Lots of nice work with that inside leg kick. He was getting caught a few times with it, but using it as a jab to cover distance. Work his way to the inside, pull counter on the lead hook. Nice work here. Nice slip by Ziaf, trying to stay composed in here as well, but Goat nailed him off that pull counter, and so smooth. It gets to the point where you don't want to attack him because you feel so vulnerable doing so. 1-2 into the ducking head kick, and Ziaf is the one still trying to pressure, put it on Goat. Goat likes to fight like this, likes to be the one coming backwards, and Ziaf is very content to sit in the pocket and trade in that clinch situation despite the striking of Leon Edwards. Nice lead leg question mark kick, but 1-2 comes off the block for Goat. A nice pivot again. Yeah, real good job with that. We've got 20 seconds left on this first round. We've got 2 stuns and a knockdown for Goat.
Yeah, and whenever you're fighting these high-level fighters, they're downloading every single combination that you throw, and that's why we saw Goat was able just to hit that pull counter out of nowhere, just real fast. He knew the uppercut was coming, pull counter, just get an uppercut back of his own. And look, these guys showing respect to each other, but that's one thing you got to know. These combinations, you have to be very creative here. And look at here, that counter takedown there by Goat, and he is no slouch on the ground with a transition denial here, in charge here, on top here, raining down some damage here, Bruce.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on the mat between these two gentlemen. I mean, on the feet, Goat has been doing such a good job with his pivot movements, avoiding the takedown, avoiding the shots, and doing a lot of good damage in the clinch. And with that short hook, Ziaf trying to use that full guard sweep, but no, Go 1099 just postures right up and back to the feet they go, and Goat just throwing some punches right in the face, spinning back elbow.
He catches him on the return. Amazing work from Goat. I mean, Goat just looks on fire tonight. He looks so smooth and so composed. There's no block left on Ziaf, having to retreat right here. That lead leg is getting hurt. That block is getting hurt. And Goat able to just slide back every time. He just feels like he has that speed advantage tonight. Again, Ziaf with the 1-2 ducking head kick. Double knees. Great job using the clinch immediately after he leaves himself open from those kicks. Catches him with that one, though. And Goat's going to have to sit back, retreat, try and cover himself up a little bit. Inside leg kick into the straight from Ziaf as he tries to stalk him along the cage, dips and pitches that left hand a little bit too far over the top, and the double jab backs him up. Ziaf trying to hit that pull counter, dives in the double leg. This is where he got taken down last time. Nice job countering by Ziaf, who's going to do the standing guillotine. What a beautiful counter to that. Gets him against the cage. Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, my goodness.
Ziaf is very good at submissions. Look how big the bar is, though. He's going to hit the chain. It's not over yet. There we go. He's going to get it. There we go.
Oh my God, can you believe that? Ziaf pulling out the unthinkable and beating Goat 1099 out of nowhere. We thought that the escape was out, but from that position, that submission is so powerful that you see how fast that the submission bar just can just fill up out of nowhere. And that's why Ziaf has been so great, because no matter what adversity that he's been facing, he's been able to overcome it. And wow. I mean, GOAT was just large and in charge, showing you why he's the greatest in the world at the stand-up. But it's just so many different ways you can get the wins here. And Ziaf able just to pull it out of nowhere with the standing guillotine, Bruce. Wasn't expecting that at all. Crazy.
No, I mean, GOAT had Ziaf in all sorts of trouble, just rocking him time and time again. I mean, using the clinch so nicely, just looked phenomenal out there. And then all of a sudden, Ziaf grabs the clinch, locks in the guillotine, presses that transition. Did you see how far that bar moved? That was crazy.
Just out of nowhere.
That was like, wow.
Yeah.
That is a strong submission right there. You cannot get, you got to camp R2.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you have to be careful.
Yeah.
I really like the setup for that was very interesting, right? Ziaf pulled the double leg, GOAT countered nicely, and they ended up in that body lock. He went for the takedown. Ziaf countered the takedown, then immediately went to the dominant over-under, and then went into the guillotine. So it was a nice little back-and-forth exchange there, whereas a nice sequence of countering each other. But yeah, it looked like he was going to be okay, but for some reason, I think GOAT either pulled a little too fast on the stick, because he was doing fine until he wasn't, and then created a massive distance. So I think maybe he shot overzealously trying to escape from there. This is the kind of moment where I'd like to have an interview with him. Like, what happened in that situation? Did you choke? Did you push too hard in the direction? Because although Ziaf is very dangerous at submissions and finished well, it looked like GOAT made a mistake as well. Obviously that helped Ziaf lock that in. It wasn't just the ability of Ziaf's submission game, which definitely helped him finish the submission. Of course, he's very good there, but GOAT looked like he made a mistake in that position. Also, Ziaf, of course, knows it very well, beat him to the chain there, which also would have helped him, and beat him to the counter as well. As soon as you hit the mat, guys, if someone chains, there will be a split second where you can counter with the Von Flue choke. Just have to remember that as part of that submissive sequence. Like, if they first of all try and camp the R2, all right, you don't get it, they're guillotining me, then try and beat them to the chain. If they get the chain and they take you to the mat, there is a split second where a button will pop up on the screen and you can counter with the Von Flue. You got to be really quick at it, but man, I mean, what a great fight.
This is some high level stuff I hadn't even gotten to. Whenever you talk about countering a counter to the counter, like, it's just like, okay, and you're getting levels and levels deep. I mean, I understand if someone's doing this, you want to do that. But now we see it even goes further than that, because what we saw, Bailey, and what was it, the double leg bail, and then that got countered into a submissive trip, which got countered, and then that ended up getting into
the guillotine,
a standing guillotine. And I mean, wow, man. I mean, wow, it's crazy. There's a lot going on here, man. Deep game.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
It's so complicated. Sorry, go on, bro. I'll say it afterwards. I was going to say, the game is so complicated because the sport is so complicated. Yeah, we have so much to complain about. Right. It's like, well, no wonder. The game is so, like, there's so many different things that need addressing, right? It's not that simple. If it's boxing, it's like, okay, that's one thing to focus on. This is like everything. So. Sorry, Rob, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm going to rewatch that later and kind of look at both guys' stamina, and because I know he locked in the choke. He seemed okay. He pressed the button before GOAT, got that what did it turn into from the guillotine? It turned into he drug him to the floor, and it's like a guillotine from the floor. Yeah. And then did you see that bar? Like, it just was it the transition that moved the bar so substantially, or is it the mistake of GOAT?
I think when you chain,
that's what I'm going to look at.
When you chain in that position,
that's crucial. It seems.
Yeah, it goes up a significant amount, but it's the chain button doesn't appear randomly. It happens at the exact point in every submission has a stage, and every submission has a chain or a strike. Not every single one does, but the submissions that do have a chain or a strike always appears at the same stage of the animation. So if you've practiced the submission, you'll know exactly when the animation is playing based on the amount of time. And as soon as the animation starts, you know to look for the button. So, but yeah, once you get that chain, not only does the bar feel faster from the guillotine, but yeah, your opponent's bar gets huge off of that. So you have to stop that chain. It's really tough. And obviously RDA has 5-star chokes, 4-star chokes. It's tough.
Ziaf did what he had to do to retain that belt. I mean, that's what we got. That's the story here, and a phenomenal win for the young prodigy.
Yeah, Priox is there in the chat as well. Once they hit the chain, if you're holding the stick in any direction, it will grow huge. So obviously you have to... oh, and it's a legit glitch. Does it need to be addressed? Okay, then. Better get in the game changers chat, don't we?
Uh-oh.
Tell them that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll hear about it a little bit later on today.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Everybody said it's not a glitch. Look at this back and forth here. No, we never know, do we? All right, let's move on to the final fight for tonight and the main event of the evening. Of course, an interim Xbox Championship bout tonight between DirrtyDave and AG2 Cuff. Two men ready to stake claim to that title and hold on to it until the champion can return to defend it. It should be a good one. Another title fight on the line tonight, guys. So get ready. Getting spoiled this evening, and let's get out of here as well before the UFC starts also, so we should get you done for that one. But here we go, on to the final fight tonight. ESFL 105 Xbox interim title on the line. DirrtyDave and AG Cuffed. Rob, take it away.
Alrighty, we got the #1 ranked DirrtyDave, 2-0, undefeated, balanced, technical striker, strong wrestling against ranked #2, right behind him on the leaderboard, AG Cuffed. Xbox interim title fight. Hot start to the ESFL competition tonight. Well-rounded, super dangerous is AG Cuffed and boxer. Do we know anything about what AG or Balian? What does AG stand for? Is that a camp?
Yeah, I'm not sure what they stand for, but anytime you make it up to this top of the card, these guys are the best of the best here. And they have a strong pickup here in Gilbert Burns in the welterweight division. Gilbert has a lot of sweeps from all angles. Whenever this fight goes to the ground, you're not safe in any position. And he can get it done on the feet with punching power of 95 and a 93 accuracy. This is a mirror match, so this is going to come down to who is the better player here in the main event of the evening, Balian. What are we looking at here in round 1?
Okay, well, both guys feeling themselves out already. Nice stepping in knee from Cuffed right there, just trying to blitz right through into Dave. We're a bit careful. A straight right will counter that. Nice switch kick as well. They're both just clashing. I like it. Trading techniques in the center. Nice teep kick up the middle from Dave, recognizing that AG's trying to step in and just launch his own offense. Now trying to pump that jab fake as Cuffed is already putting himself back to the cage. Nice side kick to the head. Love it. Who knew that Gilbert even had that? I mean, I didn't. And they're both just trading right now, toe-to-toe, very even, trying to find homes for their strikes.
Yeah, and that's a good job there by DirrtyDave. You want to throw out something that you normally don't throw out there because you want to keep things interesting. And one thing I like there, that side kick there that Cuff tried to throw, DirrtyDave was circling to the inside, which you get an immediate
nice
there. So that's some meta there, and these guys here going toe-to-toe with this fight. Go to the ground here, and this is where it gets tricky here in the guard of Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, AG is doing great. I like the way he sneaks in the little elbows, and the slip strikes are nice, but on the ground in full guard, faking right, punching, trying to get that GA up. There's the feet on belly. So far, so good. Even, there's the sweep, Bailey, and DirrtyDave on top and in charge.
Don't see that half guard sweep every day from the bottom hip there, but faked it once and went to it straight away. I mean, Cuff got a little too overzealous, not looking out for that one, and now full mount position here. Nice job denying the posture up, though. Great work there by Cuff, controlling that, buying himself some time and taking a little stamina off DirrtyDave. But yeah, they're both completely even on the ground here. I don't know if the bottom stat is equal to the top stat for Gilbert Burns. I feel like it's kind of similar, but we're going to see this time the get up gets denied. Now he gets that posture up. Here comes some big shots, breaking the block here.
Yeah, big shots here raining down. And like you said, it's interesting because Gilbert Burns is better on the bottom at 96 than in the top control just with a 93.
Wow.
So this, you're in a more advantageous position. But look, rain it down. Could this be it, Bruce? He needs to get out of this position quick, fast, in a hurry.
Oh my God!
He definitely can. He's not really doing a good job blocking these big hooks by DirrtyDave. AG needs to frame one of these, but DirrtyDave just relentless with this pursuit for the knockout round #1. Here we go again. Straight
he's not taking a half guard approach out of here. He's just letting him posture up. He's not even trying to move from this position. There's a half guard. Finally transitions, but he was just waiting, and Dave straight postures up here, slices through to full mount. We see the red on the screen because he's still in danger there in a slight postured up position. See, I don't know why he wasn't trying to bump before. Maybe that was going to happen. This is DirtyDave just showing off his full mount control. Beautiful stuff.
Goodness.
I mean, as soon as he took this mount, it was danger for Cuffed. And here we go. 5 seconds left. He's going to survive the round, but don't want to get there again.
Wow.
Oh my God.
You're a little bit more comfortable letting those hands fly whenever you're in the full mount, because if they get swept or if they get post blocked, then you don't get swept. So from that position there, you want to let those hands fly, but you can't let that happen to that level if you're Cuff. So let's see how Cuff deals with that adversity. But you got to think, Bruce, his head has to be hurting.
Oof.
Yeah, you would think his head health would be a little bit lower based on the amount of damage he took, but it looks pretty good in comparison to DirtyDave. And now you're seeing AG just letting it fly, throwing a lot of punches at DirtyDave. Obviously more comfortable on the feet here, and DirtyDave answering back nicely.
Yeah, Dave being a bit more patient here, probably looking for that takedown. He did shoot first in the first round, so let's see if he goes into it again here. Lead hook beating that jab every time. Cuff's going to have to adjust to that and use that jab a little bit more cautiously as Dave steps in, trying to power through that lead hook. There's that side kick off the lead leg again. Nice job getting the guard up this time, trying to counter to the legs and baiting out some attacks right here. Looks like Cuffed is trying to slow down the pace of this fight on the feet. Straight lead hook, busting up that block though, and nice job with the 3-piece in the middle, but eats a straight as he tries to throw the uppercut. Nice double leg takedown once again. Go for the cage get up. Will he get it? He does. Let's see if he can hold this position. Covers up high or low, straight to the back this time, and a drag down smart by DirtyDave.
Yeah, now you got to be careful here, because you do not want to get in that rear naked choke position, and we've seen how dangerous these chokes are. They can just go either way. They can be very unpredictable here. And these guys right now are building up grapple advantage. You got to think, what do you want to do? You have maximum grapple advantage. He chose to go right back to the full mount position, where he did a lot of damage in round one, and still very heavy on top in the dominant position here. Inside control. DirtyDave got this knee on belly, raining down some huge bombs, Bruce.
Yeah, he is, and his ability to posture up and do a lot of damage to AG is definitely apparent. And now in this position, this is not fun. Tries to posture up, but a quick laser reflexes by DirtyDave, and still just dropping bombs on the mat. I mean, he's looking great down here, Balian.
Yeah, it's a weird position to be in, that sprawl position, because I feel nowadays it's just not a great place to be. Anyone who ends up in sprawl gets beaten up, so it's kind of interesting. And there's a beautiful sweep right there. Now in full mount once again, where he did all that damage earlier on. Here we go. Cuffed has to get himself out of this position. It's just been dirty from Dave, the way he's just battering poor AG. Cuffed on the ground. He does get back to half guard. Instant posture up last time. Arm triangle fake into the side control though. Now probably going to look to set up that full mount. Nice job denying though from Cuff. 2 shots to the body. Just up a little transition of the GA, but gets denied. And one more time fakes a sprawl, but eats an elbow. Knee on belly again. He's just unstoppable here in his ground and pound assault, but has a little stamina advantage. 15 seconds left in the round. Another round for Dave though. You got to think.
Yeah. So I mean, this is where it's the toughest, right? When you face a lot of adversity, you're actually facing against an opponent that's having a lot of success. And here's where you have to gather yourself. And we've seen the greatest players do it. We saw Ziaf do it. You can be getting beat up, but you can come back. You have to find that one area that you're better than your opponent. And let's see, maybe it's on the feet here with Cuff. But I want to see him show something right here, just to give DirtyDave some adversity here. Where do you think it could be, Bruce?
Yeah, I definitely think it's here on the feet. He looks vicious. I mean, these combos are nice. DirtyDave has to back up. A lot of damage bleeds through that block on that 4-punch combination. There's a straight right there. Sniper like, oh, he's in trouble now. Against the cage, backing up.
He drops him. Oh my God.
There it is, Boxer. There's your adversity right there.
Beautiful. Committed to the 4-piece. Caught him on the last strike of it with the straight for the first rock, and then just followed him nicely with the lead hook as he circled out against the cage, got the drop with the block down, and now back on the assault right here. Dave having to back up, catch him with the head kick. Beautiful jump at the end. Deep dive on the double leg. Nice turn, but denies it. Wow.
That dog was nasty.
Jesus. Now we got to fight. This is where it gets dirty. A nice lead uppercut there. there, followed by the nice right hand on
He's
the
gonna get
ground,
it.
and
He's
the
gonna
guy
get it.
turns.
Oh my
Isaac
goodness.
Burns, we talk about the greatest players in the world. This is where they're able to find a way, and now you got some adversity both ways here, and this fight does not disappoint, and raining down some huge bombs there by Two Cuff. And man, you got to be careful though in Gilbert Burns' guard, because he can do just that and turn the tides immediately. And you got to think, you do not want to get back where you had your most adversity. I would be camping on that top mount position here, but man, oh man, we got a fight on our hands now, Bruce.
So just chuck in there real quick,
Go ahead,
Bruce.
mate.
The way he got that sweep was really interesting. We kind of knew he was going for that half guard sweep from the bottom position with the down flick on the stick, but his back was against the cage. Traditionally, that becomes a get up, but he made it go purple and have that half guard sweep. I wonder if he's holding L1 and the left trigger at the same time to usually bring up those subs, and getting that half guard sweep from that position is very interesting, and finds himself on the bottom though as Tough is getting some revenge. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, now payback. I'm gonna have to watch that again and learn what you're saying, Bailey, because that's over my head. But thanks for the knowledge, baby. But yeah, dude, AG inside control, getting his repayment for all the damage he took earlier, and now it's DirrtyDave in trouble in round number 3, and we still have 4 and 5, baby. It's a long fight.
It is a long fight indeed. Cuff looking for revenge here. 45 left in this third round. He's been beaten up a lot as DirtyDave. The head held fairly even after all those drops and rocks and the damage. And both men had a ton of stamina coming into this round. Not the case now. They've burned it out in this third, trying to stay alive and stay in it for both of them. So Cuff just putting it back on DirtyDave here, Boxer.
Wow, yeah, man. Whenever you can come back here, I was just looking forward to that, because we saw just 3 rounds of just like domination, 2 rounds of just domination there by DirtyDave, and just turning the tides there on the feet. You called it, Bruce. He looked real strong on the feet. Now, you never know, man. This thing is like, could go either way right now. These guys not touching gloves. They're ready to get at it. Nice counter there.
Oh my God.
DirtyDave coming out and getting his own rock on the feet here, going for the takedown. Didn't get that low single, and these guys are back on their feet.
Oh my God.
Huge right hand there.
Oh
AG.
my God.
Getting the knockdown, Bruce. Wow.
AG knocks him down. DirtyDave trying to answer back, but AG walking forward, ducking. Both guys moving. Both gentlemen's heads are hurt, and they're just letting it fly right now. Oh, uppercut lands.
That's it. That's it.
DirtyDave is out.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Brand new interim.
There we go. AG
Of the world.
taking the belt home.
Man, we done seen it all here today, Bruce. Are you not entertained? I mean, man, oh man, we just knew that DirtyDave was just doing so much damage, man. And this is exactly what I like to see, because this is why these players are the greatest in the world. We all know when you're getting beat up, that's when you're the most frustrated. That's when you lose your edge. But if you're one of the best players, can you stay focused? Can you understand not to get in the position where you got hurt and thrive where you're the strongest? And that's what we saw there from Cuff. Just out of nowhere, he's able just to have that amnesia and forget about what happened last round, right? And then it's like, this is a new day. And then he came out and got the job done. That fight could have went either way. Great job by both of those guys, Bruce. I couldn't ask for nothing more. I'm going to go back and watch this entire card, because there's a lot of stuff to learn out of every single fight. I mean, just new stuff. I mean, man, I'm done. It's crazy. Wow.
Yes. Wow. Wow is right. But first of all, I'm thinking first, what is Gilbert Burns' ground striking? Because DirtyDave was landing haymakers in full mount for 2 rounds, and that head held did not seem to move as much as it should have. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from AG, but it just seems like the striking from Gilbert Burns and the damage you could do on the feet is just way more overpowered than a full mount, just barrage for 2 rounds. But AG did come out and just he just let his hands fly, and he did such a good job. And in that final sequence, Bailey, they were just throwing combos at each other, and AG slips in a big uppercut and knocks him out out cold and takes the interim title. What a fight. Break it down.
It's an
Baby. It's a
amazing fight.
90 ground striking.
90,
so not too good.
Yeah, not too bad. I suppose not too. I don't know what that is. Like maybe that's 3.5 or 4 stars on the rating there. I think maybe
It's 3.5 stars.
3.5 stars. Okay, which is important to remember. 3.5 stars still sounds pretty good. Sounds worse than 90 does, I should say. Yeah, the fight played out really interesting, right? Because at the start, AG Cuff was putting his back to the cage. He was letting DirrtyDave come forward. DirrtyDave was the one looking for the takedown, but it wasn't until that third round, either because that was part of the strategy for Cuff or because he knew he was down, that he started to move forward with the striking. Up until that point, he had really backed up. I mean, at the initial start of the fight, they were just crashing in the middle as they were both coming forward, and AG seemed to take a step back from that. And then, of course, DirrtyDave with the great ground and pound from there. But the start of that third round, AG just came out and started throwing those 4-piece combinations, like lead hook straight, and he was catching him on the third and the fourth punch, or it was breaking through his block because he had Dave against the cage. Then he started to tee off with the damage. Then he kept the pressure on, controlled him on the ground, beat him up. And yeah, like you said, what a great finish there where they're both just swinging backwards. I mean, DirrtyDave, he was decided to trade there a few times at the end when he was hurt, like we talked about earlier, which is not always the best thing to do, but maybe he was just backed in a corner and felt like, my offense is my best defense in this situation. But what an entertaining fight, and what a great card there as well. What a wonderful card for a Saturday night. We will be back tomorrow as well. Of course, Sunday nights we have another ESFL 106 tomorrow night. Be sure to catch that. We've got some big boys in the booth with Frank No streaming, and it's either going to be Pry again or maybe Marshall Mind again. I'm not sure. Wednesday nights, guys, we do have our affiliate league. So those are the leagues that aren't the ESFL, but the people there are the guys to watch, the up-and-comers who will make their way through there and then get their chance in the ESFL. So catch the Wednesday night cards here or on YouTube as well. And Friday nights as well, we have our 80X Muay Thai events as well, which are very fun. You can catch some of the biggest names competing in those as well. So yeah, nice 4 events a week for the ESFL. Jump on the YouTube if you haven't, if you watched on the YouTube tonight or you're watching after the fact. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. But man, I mean, Boxer, any highlights of the card before we sign this thing off?
Yeah, man. Highlights of the card to me definitely was the main event, and then co-main event with Ziaf, and then I know I'm missing about 5 other fights, man. But this is a card that I'm truly gonna go back, and it is a must watch. It's a lot to learn here. You got to learn it if you want to be one of the elites of the elite. Great calling the fights with both you guys, Bruce and Balian. This has been a very fun evening, very entertained myself, man. I'm excited for what's to come.
All right. And you, Rob?
Yeah, I mean, always a great time. And that final fight right there, I mean, it just kind of heated up. I didn't really know too much about these guys, but now I know about DirrtyDave and AG Cuff. We had Ziaf and Go competing to get against each other for the PS4 championship. I mean, 2 championships on one card. Then you had a former champion, Suave Jamie. I mean, just so many great fights tonight, just so exhilarating as always. And I just, ESFL, EA Sports UFC, all the other organizations, we're all growing together. Keep the positivity. And I'll see you guys next time.
Yes, thank you very much for watching from Boxer, Rob, and me, Balian. Have a good night, everyone. Enjoy the UFC, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.
Later.